settings. This aversion has been amplified by the COVID-19 pandemic and the rise of remote work.
Well,
You're not meeting anybody and sitting there and needing to shake hands.
and a lot of times it's just the dap now,
Yeah.
right? Whatever, I can live with it. But
Exactly.
depending
And then
on the
there's bring it in
situation,
guy. Bring it in. I met a lot of bringing in guys.
here.
Bring it in. Come on, bring it in. Like I just met you.
I'm a hugger. Okay.
Like if you're my buddy, I know you. Sure, I haven't seen you in a while. Absolutely.
All right.
I had a few of those last week.
That's what I had to.
Just
Strangers or people you
No,
knew?
just like my brother was introduced me to people. I'm like,
All right.
either the guy or the wife would be like, we're hungry.
I know, they always let you know.
Bring it in.
I'm a hugger.
Bring it in.
I should have been like, I'm not. Freak.
You should have told Mama sweater.
Weirdo.
What now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Brad and Impasse, you still a hugger? Because I'm still a sweater.
Nah, man. I got hot bees. I can't do this.
Or just put your arms up so good smell it.
Yeah.
Look, it's the truth. It was 80-some degrees. I was sweating my ass off. Like, you want a hug, I'll hug you, but you're going to get a little damp. Is that weird? A
Yes,
bag of rice,
yeah, it's
can of
just-
tuna, soy sauce, maybe a little avocado?
I mean, maybe it's not, but it should be.
Mike, help me out. You were a single guy forever.
I mean, it's not the oddest combination. Like, I don't know if I'd go tuna, but, rice and protein ain't bad. Throw
Hey,
some
to each
peas
their
and
own.
corn in there.
I'm never going to judge anyone by what they eat, you know?
Because you remember my lunches, I had the rice with, like, the chicken and
Yeah.
corn and peas in
Okay,
there. So
all
I
right.
get a little soy sauce and butter.
Yeah, your lunches used to be bad.
10-1 headrunners. 10-1.
I mean, I'm sorry, dude.
Very nutritious, man.
But they were well balanced.
Yes, they were.
I'm not going to argue that, but it's just
I'll never forget
I would
that.
not eat that.
I'll never forget the beef and broccoli and hamburger.
What's so gross?
What's that gross?
What are you doing?
Hey, I protected you then. Now you got me out here on Rice Tuna Island.
Again, I go off with the tuna, but then again, tuna's not exactly my favorite
God.
if it's not in like a sandwich. But damn, really? You gave me grief on my rice bowls?
Bro, beef and broccoli.
Putting rice in a bowl does not make any rice bowls people perceive it. You know what
No,
I
it
mean?
makes it an Asian dish.
It's fusion.
Why do you hate me? What did I do? This is chocolate milk and Pepsi.
I think it's curdling.
Is it?
No.
Wait till it hits your stomach.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just a little confusing.
It tastes kind of like a float.
It's not bad. Yes,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
not bad. It's not good. Neither one
It's fine.
overpowers the other.
I think if
so
it wasn't
it's just-
Diet Pepsi, it might be a little bit better.
What's this Diet Pepsi?
Was it diet? I thought I got regular.
No, Miles, you got a Diet
Are
Pepsi.
you serious?
Did I?
You got a goddamn Diet Pepsi, man.
You got the silver can,
You
Miles.
can't just get a Pepsi.
Oh, I didn't even
you
know
couldn't
that.
just buy a Pepsi.
Dude, I just thought it was a Pepsi because it
It's
says
not
Pepsi.
Wow. Okay.
You
It
can
even
see the
says Diet.
honest mistake. I don't buy Pepsi.
Diet. It says,
Very small at the bottom. This bastard.
Yeah, right under where it says Pepsi.
there is two things on this can,
Right.
Miles.
I know that, but one is
says
very
Pepsi,
small. I
The
just
other
figured-
says
But
Diet.
when you see the logo, like the Diet Coke logo is different than the Coca-Cola logo.
That is true.
So I just assumed, like with anything else,
Well, assuming makes an ass out of you and me.
man, it sure does.
No, just him. I got nothing.
I
to
don't
do.
know. That's
I'm just trying
weird. It tastes like, Mike's right. It tastes like the end of a root beer float or soda float.
Yeah.
But there was no ice cream in it.
That wasn't good. It wasn't
That's why
bad.
it's disappointing. It's because it tastes like it's a
That's-
float,
you know
but you're
what?
like there's no ice cream.
That's a good word. It's disappointing.
When I was a kid, I don't know what age I stopped it, and I feel gross even telling the story. But like a dog, like if my mom was going to cook hot dogs, as soon as she opened that pack, I'd be like, let me have a raw one.
You just wanted a cold hot dog?
Yes.
Why?
Really?
As a kid, I just loved them. And she was like, I remember her always
Well,
being
it's bologna.
I mean,
Essentially, it's just
it
two.
is,
It's just
but
two
there's
bologna.
something about. Would you eat a cold hot dog?
I mean, it's look. I like grilled bologna too.
Simple question, Miles.
Yes, I mean I would do it because that's basically what a Vienna sausage is.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I'm saying I don't know that I'd eat a cold hot dog now as an adult.
And it
It's
is
like
what-
even when you grill hot dogs and you put them away the next day, like sometimes in the morning you're like, oh, let's take a bite of hot dog. You're
It's
like,
awful.
It's awful.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I was a disgusting little freak.
cold hot dog.
Got one
Oh
here,
yeah. Like to the point of my mom would be like, get away from me. I'm not giving you a cold hot.
I mean, it's
Come on, let me have a cold.
10-1 hit wonders.
Number 5.
97. Taryn knows it.
Oh wait! It's a guy's name.
Yes, it is.
Duncan Sheik.
Yo, you nailed it.
wow.
Zap. Yes.
Wow, Duncan. Pretty sure that's right.
I thought that was an Arab Dunkin' Donuts chain.
Right.
Welcome to Dunkin' Chic.
Glazed.
No, it's how you say thank you in German.
Dunkin' Chic. How to say it when people sneeze. That's going to be my go-to. Hey, man, Dunkin' Chic.
Duncan Sheik.
keep in mind, I'm the kind of person that'll just cook one bag of rice and throw a can of tuna in it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, you add a
What do
little.
you call that?
To me, it's like an Asian dish because I add a little
Canned tuna?
and rice and soy sauce. A little bit of soy sauce.
Come on, man.
That's Asian cooking.
No, it's not.
I feel like if you had like a tuna fillet and chopped it
Feels
up,
like
I'd be
Toro or something.
Okay.
It's like a poke bowl.
Well, it's like my own poke bowl.
Okay. All right.
But I guess it's fusion. Sometimes too, you can add a little avocado.
I feel like as soon as you
avocado, canned tuna, and rice.
Yeah, and soy sauce.
Do they give you a paycheck?
I feel like they should play you like
God damn, man.
it's time to eat.
It's
Come on,
dinner.
come on into the kitchen, everybody. Yeah, the food's ready.
Why would you make that for other people? But sometimes
Dad,
during the week, you're just
Dad, when
thinking,
are we going to get a color TV like everyone else? I like the hungry man instead.
I'm cold. Just put on a sweatshirt. We're not putting on the heat.
Damn, man.
Mom's house has space heaters.
Right. Sure it does. You gotta learn toughness to that kid.
Are we trying this
Wait,
first?
what do we got here, Miles? What is
This is a Oreo cookie. Someone said that they liked Oreos with cheddar cheese in the middle. So what we have is a little block of cheddar cheese.
And you can try to undo
You
it.
basically, just open up your Oreo and
Why is it so easy to do as an adult, but splitting an Oreo as a child was like, I don't know, trying to solve cold fusion?
I think because these are probably expired, so they're just falling apart this year.
Oh, you got those next door?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then there's a good chance.
And you were a
The
child.
expired cafe.
Hey, see what the expiration date is on that.
Oh God, man, you really?
You bought that milk that was like 6 months
No,
old.
I know. I did not know that, and then I didn't even open that damn thing. This is the problem when you can't read the expiration date because it's so
It's
old.
expired.
It's just. Yeah, but you know what, man? Oreos never die.
Oh, crap.
Miles,
What happened?
we might have a winner here.
This might not be that bad.
Ooh.
Wait a minute, hold on. Really?
Bro, I'm saying this. This is not bad.
This isn't that bad, man.
Yeah, god damn it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
I think the
Oh,
chocolate
man.
and cheese really just hits.
Something.
This is actually good, man.
I'm glad I saw Mike because I was like, I don't want to be the fat guy, but these are really good.
This is wild.
Okay.
This was
Right?
made by a fat dude at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
We got a winner. We're not even stoned.
Wow.
I should have brought a joint in.
You didn't have to be high for this one.
Man,
No.
That's
Well,
awesome.
the consistency of the cheese fits with the cream of the Oreo.
Yeah. I don't even know
So-
what that cream is supposed to be.
I mean, all the sensations are correct there, and then the flavor is just a different twist. This
That's
is actually
good.
this is pretty tremendous.
They just make cheddar Oreos.
Here's the comment.
Smash that like burger.
It's crazy, but I like to place a thin slice of cheddar in between my Oreo cookies.
Well, that wasn't thin.
Fun.
Yeah, we had like that thick boy in there. It still tasted good.
That was real good.
Damn, man.
I did not have high hopes
Okay.
for that, but that was good. Let me ask you this. All right, so if you were doing a baked potato, and they had a baked potato bar, so you already got the potato. Maybe they have diced tomatoes. That's your tomato sauce. They're always going to have cheddar cheese. You throw that on there. Say they have chopped up hot dogs. Would you throw them on your baked potato?
I might with some cheese on top.
You are disgusting. So no one else in your family is interested.
Does not
in
like
that.
this culinary delicacy.
Well, I mean, it is on my mom's side of the family, and my oldest son does like it. But my other 3 children just gag at it, and so does my husband. And
You realize that's the opposite of trying and gum. Like 4 out of 5 of my family members don't like this.
So if
I
they-
mean, honestly, I would try your recipe.
okay.
really,
Yeah.
you know
Mashed
what? If you
potatoes, hot dogs,
replace the hot dogs
cheddar
with like a
cheese.
sausage or something
It's
like
the tomato
that,
soup that gets me.
really,
Yes.
that's the
yes,
part.
Yes, that to me that doesn't make sense. Hot dogs and potatoes to me can go together.
Yeah.
Cheese with that can go together.
Sure.
But when you throw in the tomato soup, I'm like, geez, whiz.
To
I know
me,
this
it's
you
the
better
hot
like what-
dogs. I would just a difference. If it was like chorizo, I'd go. I'll give this a try. Just a different sausage. I don't know. Hot dogs.
Okay. All right.
And now, the men's room legacy continues. Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. the trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
There we go. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season. Episode number 4,000. Episode number 4,336. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill. Ted Smith. Ted Smith. And Mike. And you. Hardeman. On tap today, the return of Who Sucks Less. We will play Profile This. Plus headlines, Men's Room Shot of the Day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Clack.
All right, here we go. A monkey on the loose in South Carolina is lured in by a hot cup of joe. Meanwhile, to Chicago, where man's dog comes home after leaving 10 years ago. Woman in England burns down her ex-boyfriend's home. A bar in Stuart, Florida is where the alligators roam. And the deputy son of a Colorado sheriff is busted, driving hammered. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, if you are listening to the Daily Migs morning show this morning, you may have heard them chatting with one Jameson Turner. So who is Jameson Turner? Well, Jameson Turner is currently the envy of every Seattle Mariners fan on earth. You see, he was one of the 41,525 fans at Co-America Park last night when the Mariners beat the Detroit Tigers. Now, he was also wearing a shirt that said, quote, "Dump 61 here." A little tongue-in-cheek request that, catcher Cal Raleigh not only hit his 61st home run of the season, but that he hits it to him. And as luck would have it, the big dumper hit home run 61. And Turner freaking caught it. I mean, it's just about as serendipitous as a thing can be. But anyway, we think that qualifies as a once-in-a-lifetime deal. Now, unfortunately, not every once-in-a-lifetime deal is so awesome. We told you earlier this week about a marine biologist who'd been studying sharks for the last 30 years. Well, last week, that marine biologist got their head stuck in a shark's mouth for the first time. Yeah, that's right. 27 tooth bites to the face. Yay. They did survive, but they said probably won't happen again, hopefully. Or we had the story of the skydiving instructor who fell to their death on their students' first skydive. Now, the student survived, but the student did say that their first skydive would also be their last skydive. That way they are making sure that it will in fact be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And as you probably pieced together, that's what we're talking about today. Once-in-a-lifetime experiences, man. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but either way, you know it ain't going to happen again. So today, our question, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration, is good or bad? What was your once-in-a-lifetime experience?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to themensroom at KISW.com. And now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
The Rock.
Here's a birthday, gentlemen. Today is my granddaughter's.
2 divorces to get as good at golf as Miles is?
Well, he needs all that extra time. You know, it's funny. They probably divorced him because of his nose. They call him G-nose. The difference is his nose gets blown.
Yeah, that's why his cat used to scratch. We thought it was a scratching post.
That's a good one.
Got enough of this. Join us for the Miles Montgomery Golf Classic presented by Pinky's Plumbing this coming Monday. Tickets on sale now, KISW.com.
Hopefully that's not too. Nice shot. Thanks, buddy. Hopefully it's not too far. I'm walking up with it. Tony.
Everything sounds like a damn helicopter now.
Thanks, Miles.
All right, thanks, Miles.
I don't know. We're going to find out. Yeah, let's go up there and tell you.
There you go.
There he is. Beauty, eh?
I'm in for that. I'm also in for some sake.
Yes, sir. As in salmon?
Yes, sir. Salmon, yeah, that sounds good.
You even got the park girl running? Cheers.
Here's to,
Yeah, that's what Farrell's talking about.
you know, that's a first for me. I love sake.
There's no way you don't fall.
Go for it.
Oh!
Right down the fairway.
Yeah, see that fucking thing, man.
Yeah, baby.
Cheer shot! Let's go! Woo!
What this gentleman has that you don't have on a hole-in-one are witnesses. There were people screaming from across the golf, and it was amazing because the shot was fucking stupid. And then he got a hole-in-one. But here's one thing you need to understand. I know golfers have all this weird shit about luck, all right? So he was the first guy to stand on the toilet and hit the ball. He gets the hole-in-one. And then everyone that came up after him started standing on the toilet. And we're like, well, I don't think it's a strategy. I think it was luck.
As such, the game of golf. So, awesome. All right, so let's do a little stuff here. What do we got? We got some prizes. So let's do some prizes. All right, push your eyes prizes. So here we go. Let's see what we got. So it's Disney on Ice. And what else, Zay?
And you have to take
Oh,
Thrill.
sorry, no, Zay.
No, you do not.
Disney on Ice goes to Justin Thomas.
There it is.
Justin Thomas. He's going to get this gift from Disney on Ice. Hopefully, if he does Angeles, his wife will fornicate with him later. Just to exit out. Yeah, no, hold on now, because Kayla's going to help you walk through that circle of hoops. All right, so, God, this sucks. So this is a chance to hang out with us and drink beer again on that bed, which actually is really not that bad. So it's Deanna. Oh shit, Deanna. Are you kidding me? Diana won? Diana, you won. Diana, you won. Which is awesome. I love you. That's crazy. Okay, so what is our next step? We've got the actual tournament. So, here we go.
Rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Oh, but Charles, away we go. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season, episode number 4,404. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. Exciting return of Who Sucks Less, Steve, every week. I don't know how you do it. Find people in the news doing bad things.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, man.
You bring us 3 stories every week. It's up to us to determine, out of the 3 stories, which one sucks the least. How are we looking this week on Who Sucks Less?
This one's more annoying. It'll make you mad, but not angry. But it's all about money. You know, frivolous lawsuits. Other people maybe read the room. Yeah. And sometimes a brother just wants to wipe his ass. Can a brother just wipe his ass? Now, it's all about money.
I don't really have to do that much anymore now that I got that bidet.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you got whatever it is you got to take at the doctor this morning.
You need to dry up, but you don't need to really.
What do you dry with?
Paper, toilet paper.
Still just use toilet paper.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Does it stop? Sometimes you're wiping and it just feels like there's
more and more. Just goes on forever.
That's gone. That's
one
gone.
Little spat. And it's like, gotta keep wiping.
Right. That's gone.
Yeah.
Never again, unless I'm on a road game.
Yeah. I look. Everybody I know that has bidets, like it's changed my life.
Mike was telling me that the picture I put up on our Instagram page, people are fighting it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is disgusting. Who would do that?
That's right. Yeah, I didn't realize how polarizing the bidet could be.
Well, it shouldn't be.
Right.
It's once you use one.
2025, Thrill, everything's polarized.
Once I was going to say, especially on the internet, once you use one, there's no question.
Well, there's argument as to the amount of bacteria that might be on the nozzle at some point that is then spraying up into your crevice.
Your ass is covered in bacteria because it's your ass. Your toilet seat, unless you wipe it down every time, is covered in bacteria. Your toothbrush has poop particles on it. You stick it in your mouth. If
Every
it's
time
in
you
your
flush.
bathroom,
Yes.
don't worry about it.
Right.
He just wants to feel fresh.
That's all it really
That's
was.
all, man.
That's all it really was.
You think your ass is clean because you wiped your ass? Just because you don't see any more brown, you think your ass is clean. It's not.
Right, yeah.
My God, man, let the man have a butt spritz.
Good times.
Christ almighty.
Well, you can't put up anything on social media, as Ryan Castle would say, without a fight.
Bro, I know, you just want to spritz your ass.
Yeah.
If it's
Well,
not
especially
for
on
you,
Facebook.
don't spritz it.
Mm-hmm.
People
That's
just
all.
sit on Facebook all day and
God almighty.
comment to bitch and moan.
Yeah, they can't even clean his ass without getting grief.
Speaking of, KSW proudly presents Unwrapped, an acoustic holiday, December 12th at Angel of the Winds Arena in Everett. Brent Smith and Zach Myers from Shinedown, The Pretty Reckless, Daltrey, Hollywood Undead, Daughtry, and Mammoth all taking the stage.
So you're stuck in that who mode.
What's that?
You're
Daughtry?
saying Daltrey.
Daltrey. Yeah, Daughtry. Tickets on sale now as far as the pre-sale goes. If you're a Rockaholic member, you've got the pre-sale code.
Take advantage of it. We found out today they are selling very, very, very well.
But Castle was saying that earlier. He's like, look, we put on shows all the time. And as soon as we announce, it could be 3 days, 30 bands. And people are like, oh, that sucks.
I don't like this band.
On social media. Oh, this is terrible. Who would go see that?
Yeah, exactly.
And as Ryan would say, you know what? I'm glad you're not coming.
Because you sound like a good time.
You sound like a good time. But either way, he said that he's not getting any of that heat.
No.
From this show.
And hence the tickets are selling briskly. And again, this is the pre-sale. So they are going quick, man.
They are. But the regular general admission tickets go on sale this Friday morning at 10 a.m. All the details are at KISW.com.
What you watching there, bud? I just see a raccoon on
Oh,
a
I don't
sofa.
know. It's someone on Instagram.
It got body slammed onto a sofa
Yeah, exactly.
and bounces. I'm just curious.
He's enjoying it.
It's on loop.
It's good times.
So I just figured I would ask because it's a little distracting. I'm watching
I think they
this
just keep
guy.
doing the same thing every day.
Just watch, okay? It's so dumb. All right, so there's that part. That's toward the end, I'm guessing. Okay, here we go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But he likes it. Wants to do it again.
Well, I thought you were calling me out.
No.
Nothing.
Oh, damn, guilty.
I know.
What are you watching over there?
Nothing.
Good or bad? What was your once-in-a-lifetime experience? We've all had good ones. We've had bad ones.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That's what makes life entertaining. Somewhere you go, oh my God, I cannot believe that happened.
In a
Others
good
you go, oh my God, I cannot believe that happened. In a bad way. I got hit by lightning. Oh my God, I cannot believe that happened. You fell off a balcony. That's not good.
Not good.
Once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
That's the thing. Hopefully.
Yeah. You almost bled out going through a slider door.
Yeah.
Not good.
Not good.
Yeah.
Hopefully the one and only time I do that. But I've done it.
And to piggyback on the falling off the balcony, right? I got 12 staples taken out of my head, right?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a week, but I had to fly back east for a wedding.
Oh.
Same difference.
I know.
It is.
It's just
I
one
used to
extra,
confuse it all the time.
one extra guest.
Yeah.
So when they're taking the staples out, they're like, "You're supposed to leave these in for another day." I said, "I know, but I got to get on a plane. I got to be in this wedding." And the doctor said, "I'll take them out. Just don't hurt your head this weekend."
Right.
It's a doc. I did. Come on. Like, I'm not taking any chances. On the way to the rehearsal, we got in a car accident. And my head bonked on the side of the.
Are you
No
serious?
way.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the Uber that you got in a crash with?
No, that was just Bernie driving.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, somebody just made a left where they shouldn't have, and then like literally, I mean, my head just hit it. So he was like,
Jesus.
And it's just me, him, and his now wife, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I am, but man,
How many headers can you take in a short period of time?
I mean, I have 6 or 7 confirmed concussions, but you're right. Like that one, I'm like, I was kind of freaking out. Like, did I just get another one?
like that's why they take 2 out of the game. You know, that's why he doesn't play the next week.
Right, I didn't get 2 weeks off.
Right.
They didn't even take me to the tent.
Nothing.
Nothing.
You know, most people just go in there to pee.
Well, Oregon has both.
They have a pee tent and a checkout tent.
Yeah, the P tent more stands. It's shown up on a few college game sidelines.
Why wouldn't you just make them look the same? I'm just saying, like, if you see a player like run off and sprint into the blue tent, you're like, man, I wonder what's wrong with him. It's like, there's nothing wrong with him. He has to go to the bathroom. That's all.
Well, you know.
But they kind of let it go. But I feel like if they're following me and they know I'm going into the P tent, well, now it's a conversation they're
right.
just going to have
I
about
think the
me
P
peeing.
tent is a little more the camera shouldn't be. You just walk over and literally pull it up.
Yeah.
Do your business. Pull it back down.
The camera shouldn't be there, but that doesn't mean they're not.
Well, look, I'll just say
Who was picking his nose? It was Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
They're talking about the Chargers game, right? And they're talking about the coaches. Unlike anything, he's standing on the sideline, but when the camera hits him, he's knuckle deep in his nose, like he's digging for something. It wasn't like a little thing in the corner. And I'm just like, get the camera off of him, because I just didn't want him to put his finger in his mouth, which he didn't.
Couple things. If you watch our show on YouTube, you're not going to hear anything. It won't be dumped. So if someone cusses, it will be on YouTube. You'll also be able to see us. If they pick our nose, I might have to Reggie White it out of here at any moment during the show today.
You got to go.
I mean, you'll be able to see that. So we're at KISW Rock. And when you get there, subscribe to our channel. Also, give us a like there, if you could. Smash the like burger.
Yeah, smash our like burger.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up there. But you'll see that live as well. I'm going to run out of here like Reggie. You don't know what's happening. The announcers didn't know. Reggie just fired off down toward the tunnel.
We'll keep an eye on it. That's what made it worse.
And he was gone.
To me, if you're a lineman, the only reason you go to the tunnel is you got to take a number 2.
Yeah, that was his whole thing. Yeah. And he even said he had diarrhea, man. So he's like, look, I had to go.
Right, because I think a lot, not that I have heard rumors that sometimes linemen don't mind peeing their pants during the game just to annoy the other linemen.
Oh, sure.
I believe it. I believe that. Speaking of sports, our question is kind of all about this guy. Daily Mix Morning Show, they hunted this guy down, found him, and he was on this morning.
Yeah, good on
So
him.
if you check out the podcast, you can hear one, what's his
Jameson.
name? Jameson, what the hell's his name?
Taylor and Trent?
Taylor. Oh, Turner.
Turner.
Jason. Yeah, I should have brought mine.
Right, lives in Vegas now, but he's from here.
Oh, here we go. Jameson Turner, the man who caught Cal's big playoff home run. Did you guys see this live last night?
I did not see it live.
The place erupted when this happened. Not only because of his home run, but then of the realization of who caught this ball.
And the shirt he's wearing, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And as they say from Como, some things are just meant to be. And we take this from Como 4's website. Before Tuesday's Game 3 with the Mariners and Tigers was even in a rain delay, they say Como videographer Doug Pigsley and I noticed a fan wearing a unique shirt in the stands. Some of it just taking in the ballpark as if he knew something special was coming, because the shirt said, Dump 61 here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You should also know that he brought another shirt with him.
Yeah.
That says Dump 62 here in case he hit it anywhere else and he would have another chance at it.
All right, so here's the discussion, because I stopped at a bar very quickly to watch the last few innings. Shout out to MCTP for waiting to tape the podcast. We were like, how many more shirts do you think he's got? You think he had 63 of them?
Two, maybe.
I would.
Maybe
Wouldn't
wear one, bring two.
I just saw the interview after the game. Unfortunately, I didn't hear it on the morning show, but he was like, he's talking like the media scrum. And then at one point, they're just like, so you made the shirt? You had him made. He's like, I made him. This is very awkward for me.
This whole experience.
Well, just because you forget it, there's just like 10 microphones in front of him. He's like,
I just made the shirt and the ball came right to me. It's like hitting the lottery.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a once-in-a-lifetime moment.
Well, and it bounced.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
Right up to him. I mean, like square in the chest.
Yeah.
Right where the stuff was written. It was nuts. And then Cal did just that. Out of 41,525 fans at the ballpark, somehow that 61st home run was hit or dumped right to Jameson Turner, which is amazing. The most unlikely of scenarios, they say, came true. I'm still in shock, he said. Cal met Turner after the game, gave him a signed bat, because that's the first-class person that Raleigh is, they say. Jameson said he was born in Longview, but has lived in Las Vegas for the last 25 years.
Damn.
I wonder what smells worse, Longview or the smell of the sewer sometime in Vegas?
Longview.
Longview?
Yeah.
It's consistent.
How long has he been in Vegas?
25 years.
There you go.
All the while, the always loving his Mariners, he got to meet his folk hero, who magically hit that home run ball right to him. Of course, Turner was happy to show everybody what was under the 61 shirt, one that said, Dump 62 here. And guess what? He is back in the crowd today for Game 4. I believe Major League Baseball, is that what you said, Ted, invited him back?
I think it was Castle might have said that.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, I think
I just know I saw him afterwards. He was just doing like the media scrum and everything. Because, I mean, even like Detroit media was like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah,
Guy's
still
wearing
unreal.
this shirt.
Right.
And the ball got hit to him.
Unbelievable. Yeah, that's crazy. So our question today, good or bad, what was your once-in-a-lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Cheyenne. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Before you get started, Cheyenne, congratulations to the Jaguars.
Thank you very much, sir. And like I said before, or like in the pre-show, like, I love you, Seattle, but the Hawks got to go down this weekend. So, yeah.
Are they playing Jacksonville this weekend?
10 a.m.
Yeah, 10 a.m.
That's
Oh,
really good.
Jesus. I didn't even realize that. By the way, another side note, Cheyenne. I said Cameron's caught Jim Harbaugh digging deep in his nose. It was not Jim Harbaugh. It was your boy, Trevor Lawrence.
That's
Yes,
an
he was.
awfully big nose.
cannot-
He has a
cannot
very
deny
big
that.
nose.
He's got big
You
fingers.
Tell me you didn't see it. Dude, they're talking about him, so he is square under TV screen. Obviously, he doesn't know it, and I'm telling you, he's a knuckle deep in that big-ass schnoz he's
I
got.
bet he's deeper than that.
Digging at something.
He's got an Easter Island size. I mean, I got a big nose, but he looks like the Easter Island people, doesn't
a
he?
wig on.
He really does.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of head.
He's got a different look to him. He's got like a Marjorie Taylor
Yeah.
Greene look. Like, what are you, like half Cro-Magnon?
It's like if Marjorie Taylor Greene and Fabio had an ugly child,
That's
it'd be
him.
Trevor Lawrence.
Exactly.
Okay, well, my story goes, I was in a horror movie back in the early 2000s. I was an extra, but I was like the first person you see in it, so that was pretty cool.
Do you live?
No.
I did. It was actually like I was protesting a death on some courthouse steps, so thankfully I didn't get
All right.
slaughtered
Okay.
or anything like that.
What was the movie?
It was a movie called Imprint. It was made in 2007. If you guys want, because it's free to watch, I can send the link.
I mean, could I just like go home, say it into my remote control,
It's on
and it'll
Tubi.
find the movie?
Yeah.
Is it on Tubi?
It's on Tubi.
What is the synopsis they have for this, Mike?
A Native American attorney prosecuting a Lakota teen in controversial murder trial returns to the reservation to say goodbye to her dying father.
So, did you get this gig because you're native?
No, there was just a casting call, and I went down for it and ended up like making a whole bunch of noise during the scene, and they ended up sticking a camera in my face.
Giant. I don't want to. I really want. I don't want to make you feel bad.
But he's going to.
But I'm going to. All right. The Ted Smith was covered in fake blood with a topless woman in bed for a horror movie.
Correct.
So whatever happened to you, he wins.
He got boobs.
You're on a courthouse. No, nobody cares. Ted's in bed, covered in blood, with a topless woman.
And all I do is stab myself.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, I can't argue with that.
Yes.
It would have made it so much better if you could have processed it with a topless woman. Then we'd be like, okay.
And the makeup made it look like she was dead. She was not. They were quite lovely.
And you guys, and like most things in movies, it takes a while to shoot this stuff.
Did she cover up between scenes, or was she just kind of?
That's active, baby. No.
Oh, really?
So how did you act like you weren't looking at it the entire time?
Knowing damn well
Well, I
you
was
were.
supposed to.
Wait, in your
supposed to what?
scene, you're supposed to be looking at her boobs?
Yeah, I'm looking at her, then I'm arguing with myself, and sometimes you flub up a line, but she was a total pro.
She just what did you say? It's awfully nipply in here.
I didn't address it. I thought it was better. Just like she knows her boobs are out, I know they're out. We don't need to address it.
But could you not?
But I
How
can
did
look
you
at
not
it.
look at them?
No, but he's supposed to look
Well,
at
there were certain parts where I was supposed to.
I know that,
Yeah.
but I mean during okay,
Between scenes,
Yeah,
between
exactly.
scenes.
Now how do you stop?
I am a true actor. Some call me a thespian. That's how Miles.
All right.
I would have been like, I'm a true actor.
We
but I'm
were
staring at your breast.
popping in to see you, make sure you were okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It was like we were walking in.
How you doing in here,
We were
Ted?
walking in the back of the beauty pageant, so
Yeah.
to speak. You know those people.
Yeah. Well, that was the other. You guys shot your scenes. I was waiting around all day.
I would have traded with you.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like I just got to stare at Ben and Miles, right? And watch a guy get his head blown off.
That was me.
At least, were you the one who got your head?
Yeah.
Oh, that was you who got your head
That
blown
was weird.
off.
So
It is
they,
weird.
They pack a
Like a
they-
bladder
They, got
balloon.
they have an air compressor, right? And they snake this tube up the side of your head.
Yeah.
They're shooting you from one side, but the tube's over your ear on the other. So you don't really have access to that. So Ben puts the gun in my face, pulls the trigger at the same point in time. I'm supposed to snap my head back. As I do, they've got this tube jammed with like animal crap.
Yeah, it's like blood and guts.
Fat, and
Yeah.
guts, and all this stuff. But you can feel a pump, and it actually does whip your head back. It goes, thump, and all this crap just shoots back onto the wall behind you. But you got to act like you're dead. You can't turn around and go, "Cool, man." You know what I mean? Like, because that's not real. You actually got to act like you're dead.
That's a tough thing to do.
Because you want to see that. Once you feel it, like,
Don't worry, they caught it on camera, so you can.
yeah. What the hell just happened?
Trust me, the scariest thing was having to spar Tommy, the director.
Oh God, yeah, I can believe that.
Good or bad, what was your once in a lifetime experience? 206 803 Rock. YouTube. We are there live right now at KISW Rock.
Yes, we is.
And our question, what is the strangest phone call you've either received or had to make? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Cheyenne. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
So, I am a motivational speaker, as you guys know, and one time for a friend of mine who teaches somewhere that shall remain nameless, I did a video interview that it was a motivational speech, but the students had to watch it later on their own, and she called me and told me that somebody gave a review on the presentation I had given. It was a motivational speech, and said that it was very apparent that whoever watched it had to probably light some candles and play some Al Green while they were watching it. So that was an interesting conversation.
Wait a minute, they thought you were hot?
They liked the sound of my voice, apparently.
Oh, good for you.
All right.
Did they review anything about your message, or were they just like, ooh, sultry?
That was apparently the person talked a little bit about what I had said, but most of it was just her kind of getting distracted, and ooh, yeah, the sound was this, and his voice sounded like that.
Be honest. Which one would be better? She gives you a review that says, hey, this is very uplifting stuff. I'm motivated, or man, I just want to get in that guy's pants.
I mean, probably the second one. I think we were.
I know. I was just saying if you were being honest.
So they couldn't see you, obviously.
No, they could.
I knew it.
See me.
Oh, they could, and they still thought you had a sexy voice.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I like the way you described that.
It reminded me of Deborah, like Thrill had back in the day. He knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, man. She would call kind of like your old lady, but different. Working overnight.
She don't want anything like that.
And I'd never met this woman, know nothing about her, but she liked my voice, right? And I'm doing the easy listening station in Baltimore at the time. But I'm doing overnight, so she would call in. It took about 2 or 3 days before she just kind of came clean about it. And she would pull out a vibrator and go to town on herself while I'm doing the show. And the way it works in the studio is, I'm playing, I don't know, Cher or some crap on the air, but I can still have a phone conversation with you and just pipe you through the speakers inside of the studio, and no one hears the conversation. So she's just, I'm like, all right, man. Deborah, hang on one second. WLI of Baltimore's easy listening station. Coming up is, who sang Lady in Red or some crap like that? Michael Sembello?
UB40.
No,
that's Red.
Oh wait, that's Red Wine.
Lady in Red is.
Is it Michael Sembello?
Is it?
I cannot remember. Either.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I got to noodle through.
I got it.
No Googling. Lady in Red is.
Lady in Red. I had to play it probably twice a night, every night, because it's a long shift, and the song was not new at this
Is
time.
it Simply Red?
No. I want to say it's a solo artist, and I can't think of his name.
Michael something or other?
But I would fire that thing up and then go back to her, and she's still like, doing her thing. I'm like, cool.
I hate this game.
You're right. It was a solo artist. It's not a band.
It's not Michael Sembello.
You're right.
Lady in Red. Oh man, I used to play this crap all the time. To the point I was told people I hate this song.
This is why I don't reach for the phone. This is what I do all the time with friends.
Sure.
Can't do that.
Can you give us?
You got to come up with it.
Are there any other hits from this person?
Ooh,
No,
there's a
no,
I
no.
highly doubt it.
No.
I doubt it too.
Krista
highly doubt it.
Bird.
You got
Krista
it. Yes,
Bird.
it is. Krista Bird.
Yes. Ta-da.
Are you glad you knew that?
Still works. Sometimes.
I had to play that thing all the time. I guess I willfully forgot who it was.
Yeah.
I seriously, God, I hated playing that. So that music was so bad, man. I got to the point that I started hating. Well, I always hated playing the music, but it was a gig, right? It's my first radio gig, and my boss would call me on the hotline like 3 a.m. You can't badmouth the artist. Well, obviously, Bill, I can because I keep doing it. Okay, well, you shouldn't. And I said, listen, it doesn't matter if I badmouth the artist. It doesn't matter how much I hate the music, because 2 things I've discovered. One, the people that like this garbage I'm playing, they still like it. I have 0 influence. And 2, people are now jamming my phone lines because they think it's hilarious that I'm suffering. And then I had to play Christmas music for 6 weeks. That went over. That was a hit. Not for me, but I effing hated every second of it. And they kept telling me, look, I know you don't like playing Christmas music, but we're that station, right? This is what we do. This is what we play. I said, I completely understand that. He said, can you stop playing the Grinch at the top of each hour? I said, I could, but we both know I'm not going to. And he let me finish my shifts. And I played every
also,
time.
Christmas music is 2 minutes. So you're playing like 20 songs.
God, it
And that
sucks.
station
20
is
songs an hour instead of
sad,
10.
lonely songs for lonely people.
It is. It is. The whole...
Especially at night.
The show before me, Fran Lang, hotter than God. She was a cool rock chick, but her gig was on this crappy station. And her whole thing was like the dedication thing.
Yeah.
So people would call, hey, Fran, I want to play this song for Billy. He's the love of my life. He's been incarcerated for the last 7 years. Or, Fran, can you play this song for my wife? I just love her so much. So she had a day that she wasn't going to be in. She asked me if I would cover. I said, abso-frickin-lutely, I'm going to cover that show. The boss said, there's no chance. So why not, man? He said, look, it's like a love dedication thing. I said, yeah, I got that.
I'm all about it.
Goes, you're going to ruin. I said, I'm not going to ruin it. I just want to ask each person, like, look, Billy's in jail. I don't know what his ass did, so I get why you call, okay? I get why you call. But if you're telling me you love your husband so much, tell him. Tell him.
Well, he can't because
wake his ass up.
He's
and tell
he's
him,
in jail.
Not all of them are in jail. I didn't understand that.
A lot of, I used to listen to that, right? Especially as I would work overnight. So you listen to that coming into work. But a lot of it I always loved was just like, she left. I don't want to get into it. I really messed up. Tell her I love her. It's like, you know what, Jack? You probably screwed this up to begin with.
You got drunk and had sex with someone else. Just say it. We're not stupid.
Fran can't save you.
I know.
Are you guys having the butt dials lately? There was a period of time about 10 years ago.
My mother keeps butt dialed.
I would get butt dialed, or I would butt dial. And I know, granted, I never put my phone in my back pocket.
No.
So however I did it, I did it. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And like with 3 to 5 minute voicemails at times on people's phones. They're like, where are you?
And it's just background noise.
And I feel like anymore, if I get it, it's because somebody's called me in the car and they forgot to hang up.
And that's fair. I understand that. My mother keeps butt dialing me, and because I'll text her like, what's up? You know, they're at the age where half of the relatives and people they know are dropping dead, right? So I'm like, hey, what's going on? She's like, I butt dialed you. So I send her the same message back. What did your butt want?
Yeah.
Can you tell your butt to stop calling me if it does not want to speak?
Here's a good one for you.
Should not have a password on her phone?
Bro, I don't know. I do not know. And I don't have phone conversation. I don't have conversations about her phone with her.
So
because I don't want to tip her off to something she might not know.
So local musician Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what I'm assuming. I should probably call him and get to the bottom of this. All right. He calls me randomly about once or twice a week. Okay.
Right.
And as soon as I get ready to pick up the phone, he hangs up.
Mm-hmm.
So I know damn well what's happening. He's got a couple miles in his phone. All right.
I think he's only got you, and he just wants to mess with
And
you.
he's hitting the wrong one. Well, you want to call him right now and find out?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go get his number, and we're going to call him. So, Ted, the story I want to tell you, we were outside smoking a cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
And there's this woman out there, and she is really having a hard time with this guy named Tony.
Tony.
Okay. And she's like, but she needs to, Tony's got a phone number that she needs to be able to call somebody else.
And we don't know why, but it seemed very important.
It's very urgent. She's like, Tony, you ass, just give me the number. God damn it, Tony. And she's screaming back and forth. She's like, okay.
Is this a normal looking person or like
she's
normal looking
She's
chick.
flustered. She's
There's
going
something
through it.
important going on, and Tony apparently is a bit of a joker. All right, that's the only sense we could get because we just heard her half of the conversation. But Tony, God damn it, you're not funny. Just give me the number.
So then she goes,
went on.
She goes, okay, 206-715-334. Okay, Tony, thank you. Click.
Miles and I looked
3
at each
minutes.
other.
3 minutes go by. She calls Tony again. God damn it, Tony. That's not the right number. Give me the number. 206-715-334. Okay, this better be the number. Thank you. Bye. Click. And we're like, and I'm looking at Steve like,
he's giving her a 6-digit number, brother.
She's not even giving her a full phone number. And she keeps calling this number. So she did it a third time.
So Tony the joker.
So you're not just doing it because you don't want to give out a number on the air.
No.
He wasn't giving
her the full. There was like one number missing.
He'd give the area code.
206-715-334. This better be right, Tony. Click. And we're just sitting there like, because I wanted to walk over and go, you need one more number.
You need another
I don't
digit.
think he's giving you all the numbers. You need one more number. He might be close, but he like is. And she was irate. She was really pissed off.
Damn it, Tony. Damn it, Tony.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Our question, good or bad, what was your once-in-a-lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK. Couple of the comments here. Guys, flying a plane there was an aviation thing where I got to go up in a plane. What I did not know was I actually would have a chance to be flying it. Truly
When the pilot dropped dead.
Yeah, it's truly a breathtaking experience. 100% recommended. I would look. As scared as I am,
flying a plane, yes.
of heights, I would love to try that.
Me too. Like I said, it's landing a plane where, like, count me out. But flying it while we're up in the air, absolutely.
Well, not only that, but I could do a flight simulator first.
Sure.
Kind of feel somewhat comfortable on where things are located, maybe, and how it's
below you.
You know how you're supposed to do it,
right?
Like, look. When I was a kid, there was a video game called Knight Rider.
Yeah,
right?
I remember
on
that.
Atari, and he had a little steering wheel. All right, might not have been the greatest training tool in the world, but I got behind the wheel of a car for the first time. I'm like, I've done go-karts, I've done Knight Rider. Like, I got the basic concept of how to do this. So I think, like, with a flight simulator, a couple times, 2 or 3 times.
But with the flight
then with
simulator,
an actual instructor telling you what to do, if you just listen.
But the only hard part, again, is taking off, which is the easier of the 2 dangerous parts, and landing. So, in a flight simulator, everybody does great in the air. I did a barrel roll. Cool. When it's time to land, that's where the percentage starts to drop.
I bring it up every time. On the original Nintendo, there was a Top Gun game.
So you can fly a fighter jet.
I never landed.
Never landed, right?
I could shoot down other planes.
You could fly it.
But you had to get back, and that was the issue. You could never advance.
So every flight you went on was a suicide mission.
Basically,
just
yes.
because he can't, like, hey man,
but I wasn't.
He's an ace pilot, but he can't land this bitch.
But I wasn't planning on it. I thought I was going to land.
Right.
Now, there's a difference. Like kamikaze pilots, like they took an oath, and they're like,
I understand.
we're going to die on purpose.
Yeah.
I was just bad at landing.
You're what we call the accidental kamikaze.
Yeah, which is not a good term.
Now,
No, he did not smash his plane at your headquarters. He was trying to land, believe it or not.
I know for a fact Mike read this, but did you guys know why, when you take off in an airplane, commercial airplane, if you can get out these days, and when you land, do you know why they dim the cabin lights?
I read this a while ago, but I don't remember.
Okay. So this is probably more than bad, okay?
Yeah.
So the reason that they dim the cabin lights and ask you to pull
down the shades.
Okay,
or-
there's a couple reasons, all right? Number one, what you can see outside of the window in the event of an emergency. All right, so when you land and when you take off, those are more than likely the highest percentage of times when bad
Something's
things
going to
can
go
happen.
wrong, yeah.
The reason they dim the lights in the cabin is so in the event of a catastrophe, when the power goes out in the plane, the lights that are on will shut off and your eyes will need to adjust.
Okay.
If it's dark when you take off and dark when you land, when you crash the plane, your eyes will already be adjusted and you will be able to, if you can escape the plane, have a better chance of finding your way out.
Didn't they think, though, that you don't need to do that because when it bursts into flames, the illumination from the fire should help guide you?
Well, you would hope so.
To your nearest
I mean,
exit.
that would be my hope.
I never pulled down my shade, by the way. Look, they control the lights, so they dim the light. But I always have the shade up.
We got to see. You got to watch it happen.
The whole and look, if it bursts into flames, if there's a gremlin, if we hit a bird, like I'm gonna find out one way or another. But I have no problem with seeing it.
I'm with you, and I rarely sit in a window, but I feel like the only time I really close the shade is if we're landing somewhere warm.
Yeah, that's about it.
It does get hot. And when you're sitting there on the runway or whatever, just waiting to
But I won't,
taxi.
Yeah, I won't lie. I flew back this year from the East Coast on July 4th.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of awesome. Every time you go over a big
Just see
city,
fireworks everywhere.
Yeah, you could see all the fireworks.
Well, like Chicago or whatever the flight pattern was.
Oh God, no, Miles. You know me and flights. We had to fly through Texas because there's a big storm. From Boston.
Did you?
Oh,
Yes.
From
Oh my
Boston.
God! Did you fly into Houston?
We didn't
What a
stay
PO
over.
what a POS
But we
airport
had to
that is.
fly down through Texas. There was a big storm out there.
Wow.
So for most of the flight, we have the things up, and everybody's like, "I've never seen a storm that big." But then, we went over like Colorado Springs or something. You could see their fireworks, and then as we were landing, it was only like 10:15.
So we're just getting started here, right?
Right. So the main fireworks were over, but like all over Burien and White Center, you could just see all the fireworks going on. It was pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Here's another one. A friend and I decided to go check out a bowling alley down the road from a place I lived at the time. Walked in there. Who was bowling? Green Day. It was us and Green Day. We ended up spending the night just having drinks, bowling, and chatting with them and the road crew.
That's pretty cool.
That is
All
pretty
right.
cool.
I didn't even tell him, like, dude, I really don't enjoy your band, but you seem like decent guys.
Yep. I watched my buddy bowl a 300 game. A
That's
sanctioned 300 bowling in a tournament in college. He was my roommate.
Right.
But to watch someone actually do it, I mean, it's kind of like a no-hitter.
I was going to say,
can't-
can
I
you
can't-
say anything to him? Or
like even the other teams in the Big East, everyone kind of started to migrate down the lanes. Like when when they could be practicing for their next match, whatever, but everyone's just, then the next thing you know, man, it's like
everyone's watching his ass.
And that's the weird thing about it. Like, even when you play golf, the last thing you want to do is have 55 people behind you when you're teeing off.
Yeah.
You could be just fine by yourself. But when you start by yourself, I think he was bowling against the guy from Pitt. But, even the Pitt team, everybody's coming up. And this guy didn't have a chance against Rozak, but Joe was just on fire. And so, we've got pictures of beer. He's bowling his ass off and, just coming down to the 10th frame. And it's like, come on, man.
Right, don't mess it up now.
Come on, man, because there's one thing to walk into a bowling alley and roll a 300. There's another thing to roll a sanctioned one.
Correct.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
like anything else. I mean, we could go to the softball field right now and hit a home run. There's a difference when you
Nobody cares.
hit one in a game.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Right. But at a game, everybody cares.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, let's see. Got caught in an avalanche while skiing and managed to survive by slamming my skis against a tree. After I got over the shock of being alive, I realized that my coat was pierced by a tree branch. If it had been a centimeter or two longer, that would have gone straight into my lung.
Jesus. Once in a lifetime.
Yeah. Scuba diving with a manta ray. 30 minutes floating and watching. Absolutely unforgettable. Graceful.
That's pretty cool.
I wouldn't. Scuba diving is one of those things where
Nope. No. I mean, listen, I can watch
You
it on
wouldn't give
TV,
it a try?
and it is beautiful. Look, dude, I don't want to be in water deep enough that I need scuba gear. You follow me? So once you get to the point like, hey, if we're going to go out this deep, you need scuba gear, then I would say then I will gladly stay on the boat.
Well, the problem, have you snorkeled before?
I've snorkeled before.
All right.
And
So
you do get, and I did it in the Bahamas, and at the age that I did it, I was 14 or 15, I did not know what the continental shelf was. I had heard of it.
Yeah.
But it is literally what it says. So in
It
the
just
Bahamas,
drops the hell off.
the water, it's all like 4 or 5 feet deep, and you're talking half a mile out. So snorkeling was cool. The water's crystal clear. And it's stupid, but in my head, I did not understand why. As I kind of looked in the ocean horizon, it just got black.
It's black. It's black and it's dark.
I swam past, I guess, the edge of the continental shelf, and so you're just looking down, and I realized, oh my God, it went from like 5 feet to however many hundreds of feet right there. I swam right back and said, nope.
The temperature of the water changes by
Yes,
about
it
10 to
does.
15 degrees.
It's instant.
And there's a current that goes through there.
Oh, yeah.
So when you get out into it, you feel like you're in the abyss, and you don't realize how quickly
You are.
That's taking
You're
you.
looking into. You
It's
went from
almost-
looking at white sand into the pits of hell. The temperature drops, and I'm like, I don't quite understand what I'm seeing, but I know that I don't want to be here.
I think if you snorkel from the beach and you go into a cove or whatever, you have a general sense of where you are.
Sure.
And you know where the beach is. You know it's behind you, so you can kind of see everything in front of you.
But the ocean is not like that.
Now, when they drop you off in a boat in the middle of the ocean and you start doing this, you realize that you can't see 360.
No.
So the stuff that's behind you, that's what freaks me out, is the fact that you just don't have the peripheral vision to know everything that's coming around you.
Exactly.
And where it's coming from. And that's why, like that open water stuff, which I did in Hawaii, it was kind of freaky because you go like, well, there's a baby shark. And then you wonder, well, like most animals, do the parents hang around? I mean,
Right.
Or do they let them go at a certain point? Or where's mom?
You realize what
Where's
you don't
mom?
know.
Where's dad?
If I
You know?
see a cub bear, I know mama's close.
That is correct.
Right? So I will take precautions. Right. You see a baby shark, like, do they hang out with their moms? If they do, am I going to die? Do they hang out with their moms? I don't know.
Sharks are more like humans. And sometimes those baby ones just run off.
Maybe.
They could, like the hell of this amount.
But like when I live in Capitol Hill in the summertime, right, there's a lot of tourists that would go up to Capitol Hill.
Sure.
The amount of times just walking around my neighborhood where I had to be like a offensive lineman and block a small child just sprinting down the street, it was countless.
But here's the
Are you
thing.
serious?
Were their parents not looking
The
for
parents were that you could see. You could see. You're right. You could see.
That's
the
my
parents.
point with the baby
Yeah.
shark. Baby shark may have run off, but that tells me that mama's looking for the shark that has run
You're
off.
right. Anytime you see a toddler just sprinting, you kind of go, "All right, little fella,"
Hang
right?
on.
Like you don't touch it. You just, let's say it's like pass blocking. Like, all right, all right, and you're like looking, like, where are these parents?
Like, come on.
I saw my ex-wife. This was in the Dominican. We're on a wall, kind of like you said. We're everything just drops.
Yeah.
And I turn the corner and I see her, and she's about 15 feet down. She's a cop. She's swam competitively her entire life, so she's a pretty strong swimmer, and she can dive and all that crap. So she's pretty deep. I'm about 10 feet. She's about 15, and that's about my limit on my ears, my head.
Okay.
Just water pressure in general. Feeling comfortable holding my breath, being that low. So I turn the corner, and I look at her, and I swear to God, it looked like prairie dogs coming out the side of this wall. It was like whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
Just you'd see this thing pop out from a different place. So we go to the service, and she goes, "Hey, check this out. This fish is smiling at me."
Jesus Christ.
So I'm like, "What are you
Fish don't
talking about?"
smile. They don't smile.
She's like, "Just come down here and check this out." And I'm like, "All right." So I go down there and I look into this hole, and I'm staring in the face of a moray eel, which I can very easily identify.
Yes.
They're huge, they're green, they've got a million teeth in them, and she thinks this is a fish. And I grabbed
she thinks it's smiling.
I grabbed her freaking arm, and I started swimming as fast as I can away from that wall because they were popping out about 5-6 feet.
Yeah.
That's how they hunt. They hide, and anytime a fish goes by or something they want to bite, they pop the hell out, grab the damn thing, and shoot back in their hole. And I'm like, "Oh my God!" And she's like, "What is wrong? What is wrong?" I'm like, "It's a moray eel." So we get to the shore. Someone is actually fishing, and they've caught a moray eel.
All right.
Apparently they're tasty. So I've never had a saltwater eel, but anyway. So
You like eel?
I like unagi, but that's
Right, that's a freshwater eel.
eel. So I don't know what saltwater eels
I don't know.
tastes like. Never seen it on the menu before. But she looked in that bucket. He had a 5-gallon bucket where he had all his crap, and I was like, "That's what you were looking at." She's like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "Yes, you dumbass."
But isn't she an animal lover?
I don't.
Well, obviously.
And you thought that a fish was smiling.
I don't think she really appreciates like ocean life. I think she's more of a land.
Right, she was a
dwelling
vet tech, but like people don't bring in fish.
Okay, no, you're right.
She doesn't care about that.
They don't smile.
That was my interest growing up. I knew every kind of shark. I knew all that crap.
But they're not smiling at you. That's you're a grown ass adult.
That was amazing.
If my kid said that, I go, "Okay, let me explain real quick." And ain't smiling at you. You know?
I mean, it's like people are like, "Oh, that dog's smiling." Like that dog's gonna attack.
He is not smiling. That is not a smile.
Yeah.
he's
Dog-
showing
dog-
his teeth.
He's showing his teeth. That's
Same
not
thing
smiling.
with I found with like chimpanzees and the primates.
If you smile at them,
If you smile at them, right? And think about this. So one, again, because animals don't smile, so it's not smiling at you. But if you smile at it, just the fact that you're showing your teeth, their thought is to attack. Not even I don't like you, just like I got to attack.
yeah, because you're threatening me.
Which again, if I could talk to any chimp, like I promise you, I am not.
That's why I don't want to go to Russia. Isn't it like a giant faux pas to like smile at random Russians you don't know?
I don't know. Is it?
Is it?
I think so.
You fall out the window.
And I'm always just smiling.
Really?
Have another
Like,
guy
I feel
fall-
like they were just going to arrest me or beat me
I
up.
had another major guy fall out a window. He smiled at somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't go. I fell off a balcony. I don't need to be accidentally falling outside a window.
We got to figure out what's going on over there with the windows.
Strong gravity.
I'm-
Weak glass.
I'm telling you right now, they need to like people from Pella or Anderson go there and check it out. Good or bad, what was your once in a lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK. Hell, that Window Nation. Send them to.
There you go.
Russia.
Window Nation.
That'll be our next commercial.
No one's died in Russia as a result of Window Nation. That's right.
I don't like them.
We don't buy Window Nation and Motherland.
American country.
I'm
Can't
not
fall out
positive about the
window.
Russian thing. It's just a theory I've heard. Like, don't smile at Russians.
They don't seem like the warmest bunch.
That also sounds like something a buddy just told me, and I took it to heart. Hey, man, don't smile at Russians.
Look, man, I don't know. All right, I met a Russian dude when I was in Hawaii. This was probably like 18 years ago. The wife and I are like, hell with it, let's go to Hawaii. Go to Hawaii. Could not smoke at the hotel, but they had a bench close to the beach. I would go down there and smoke. And this guy, probably about my height, but probably outweighed me by 180 pounds, all right?
Big man.
He had a bit of a beer belly, and that's it. The rest of it was just human. He's wearing a velour sweatsuit.
Was this like Dolph Lundgren or something?
He was not that good looking. All right. I mean, this is just a big, ugly Russian dude. And he has a velour sweatsuit on, all the gold chains you can imagine. So,
He's Russian.
You mind if I sit? Like, no. So we were just striking up a conversation. We're both choking down cigarettes. We could talk about the same topic, but his approach to it was a lot different than mine or anyone I know. Like, everything's very matter of fact, to the point that I would believe it if they said, don't randomly smile at a Russian guy. Because we would joke around about stuff and both chuckle. But even when I looked at him, he's chuckling. He's making the sound of chuckling, but he's not smiling.
You fall out the window next.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right. I guess maybe it's just him.
Years ago in Belltown, we're at a bar.
Yeah.
And we had gotten shots. The guys next to us were clearly Russian.
All right.
Right? So, like, I think we cheers to them or something. So, you know me. Nostrovia. And they're like, oh. They buy another round, and they're like, you. I was like, yep. Nostrovia. Then we get outside, and they're speaking Russian. I go, I don't know. And they're like, we don't believe you're Russian. I'm like, I'm not. And they seemed pissed.
So
Why,
you
did you
took the time to say, cheers in Russian.
Correct.
But you're not Russian.
I don't know if they thought I was Russian. But now that they have bought me the shot and I'm not Russian, they seem angry.
You'll fall out the window next.
What do you do? Like,
I don't know.
I get shot back.
I mean, literally, I just looked at my buddy and I go, "We should go," because it was like last call. Like we couldn't get another shot. I was just like, I don't know. And like as I tried to be like, I didn't mean to offend you. It just seemed to be pissing them off more.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good or bad, what was your once-in-a-lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK.
Just say cheers next time, dude.
I know. I had to. Well, they're Russians. Nostrovia.
Now we killed him.
Right.
Hello, Aaron. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, guys.
Hola.
Okay, when I was 14, I had a house in Telluride, Colorado, and I got to hang out with the Grateful Dead.
Why did you get to hang out with the Grateful Dead?
Yes, me and Jerry Garcia and everybody.
How old were you?
I got to go on stage with them when they were playing there.
How old were you? Do you remember?
14.
14.
What did you do when you walked out on stage?
I just hung out, danced, and they were really nice guys. They were really cool.
Okay.
Were they actively stoned, as you recall?
Not that I know of, but maybe they were. But Jerry Garcia was just really a quiet guy. I don't know. He was like weird. Not weird quiet, but he was just really quiet.
He was probably on something. I know I shut down
Probably.
sometimes. Like last time.
He's probably high.
Yeah.
Well, I know offense.
I don't know. I was 14. Who the hell knew?
Well, I was going to say, that's the other thing. I've been stoned around a teenager. Like, I don't want to talk to this kid.
That's true, man.
Again, no offense.
I love talking to children when I'm stoned.
Well, but like teenagers are in that weird realm of like they're sort of close to an adult, but they're not. It's like I don't want to talk to them.
I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. I wasn't. They were really nice guys. I guess they were stoned. I don't know, but they were really cool. They just hung out at my house, and then they went and played the festival.
But wait,
really
hang
cool.
on. Why were they hanging out at your house?
Yeah, who was a fan? Your mom, your dad?
My mom knew this guy, a friend of hers, and he knew the band.
He knew the band because he was a drug dealer. Okay, I'm letting you understand how this game works. Okay, like look, I know a guy. If a band comes into town, there's a guy. Okay, if you go to a different town, there's a guy. It depends on what you're looking for. There is a guy.
We got to meet a lot of bands years ago at one of the pains in the grasses, as it were, as we got a request from our boss at the time just saying, hey, these 3 or 4 bands coming into town.
Call the guy.
We know you can get this. This band would like this. These other bands would like this. Can you guys do it? And we got hooked up for them. And sure enough, we got to meet the band. We would have met them anyway, but it's a different kind of meet you. Sure. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Not, hey, nice to meet you, man. They're like, oh, are you the guy with the, like, yeah, you want to come on the bus? Like, sure do, buddy.
Mike, have we told you the story about Aaron Lewis?
I've heard bits and pieces. I feel like there's a lot that's gone unsaid. I haven't heard it in its entirety.
He had a request. He just wanted some weed.
Yeah.
Okay? At that point in time, it was medical.
Yeah.
You could actually go and get weed, but most of the people didn't do that.
But you need a card.
Yeah, you could just get weed. It's Seattle, right? So somebody will say, gets him some weed, all right? He was such a D-bag. I think we cut the interview short after maybe, honestly, 5. If it went 5 minutes, that would seem like a marathon. I'm pretty sure we ended it.
It sucked. He was a complete douchebag, so we smoked his weed.
That's the thing, is that's universal. Like, even I remember, like, I think it was the 50th anniversary, we interviewed Jolene, and she said the same thing. Like, I've been here for bad interviews with you guys. I can't imagine, like, I want to go back and hear how bad this interview was to where you guys universally, like, front to back in this building, say this guy was a douche.
He was just an a-hole.
Yeah, he was a complete a-hole. And I'm like, he asked us for weed? Man, so we didn't bring it up, but when he left, we're like, we're smoking that ass.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for being there.
Good or bad, what was your once-in-a-lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK.
This 99.9 KISW.
All right. You've been listening to the Men's Room for a while. Before we ever got to KSW in Seattle, we were on a different station where we did nights. It's called The Buzz. Now, there was a story people have heard about, but you've probably never actually seen how the fall happened. Basically, like Humpty Dumpty, I was on my porch one day. It was October 22nd of 2006, I believe. Right after SC and UW had played up at Husky Stadium. Reggie Bush had a great run back. So probably 2005. It was a great game. Anyhow, I came home and went out to the balcony, and then, let's just show you what happened. Let's just show you what happened. So I was sitting out here, right in this spot right here. I used to always just kind of sit up here. So then one night I was out here, just kind of joking around. Like, yeah, do some dips. And then I went like that. I sat too far back, and I fell off. Right there.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's 14 feet.
Under concrete.
Yeah. I caught 12 staples.
Yeah.
Maybe you still see the scar, but 12 staples, 6 stitches right there. Hematoma on my leg for about 2 months. So yeah, that was the fall. Now you've seen what it's about.
Be Ted Smith, Unbreakable.
We made it to drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink test and Stephen Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast wildlife, specifically in the Czech Republic. For the past 7 years, the Czech government and various environmental agencies, as well as the military, they've been struggling to get the necessary paperwork to build a series of dams to restore water to various areas. So after 7 years, they finally concluded they could actually get it done relatively cheap. It cost them about $1.2 million. But then to go through more paperwork, more of their bureaucracy. And while this was going on, turns out a family of beavers moved into the general area, and in 2 days, keep in mind, they've been working on this for 7 years, haven't even started construction. This beaver family moved into that area, and in 2 days, they built a series of dams that literally solved all of their problems. Wow. They sent their environmental task force out there going, there's no way these beavers felled all these trees in the right places.
Power of the beaver.
But they said, they did. Like exactly where you
It's
guys.
amazing how they fell them to. I mean, it's precise.
It is
It's
insane.
insane.
You
That's
spent
what they do.
7 years of paperwork trying to get all this crap done, but these beavers showed up like, let's go ahead and do a dam here.
That's why when you
It's
see those
solved.
pictures of a beaver smashed by a tree, you're like, how did this
man.
happen?
You're
How
the dumbest
did
beaver out
this
there.
happen?
Mm-hmm. So, cheers to the beavers. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Couple of people chiming in. Guys, I was 9 years old living in New Mexico, and our house had a sunroom that overlooked the surrounding desert. And I'd go there every once in a while to watch the lightning storms that were common to the area. Now, on the day in question, as I looked out across a nearby creek bed, I caught sight of a glowing sphere that looked to be about the size of a basketball.
All right.
So after it had gone vanished, I went and told my mom what I'd seen. And she said, if I repeat the story to my dad, maybe he can help explain what was going on and the rarity of what I saw. Also told me that some people don't believe what I saw. So I would say 19 years until someone actually confirmed the existence of ball lightning. I thought I saw a UFO. I felt a little bit vindicated. Also relieved to know that I hadn't imagined the entire thing.
Yeah.
So there's ball lightning.
Yeah, there is ball lightning.
Yeah. But he thought he didn't know what he was looking at. 9 years old.
If you don't know what ball lightning is, you definitely wouldn't know. I know what ball lightning is, and I'm not sure that I would know it's ball lightning if I saw it.
So it's just hanging up and just suspended.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about it. Like they said, it might move a little bit, but it's not.
It doesn't strike.
It doesn't strike the ground and disappear. It just
There's
kinda,
like strikes moving off of it, but it's like a glowing orb.
but it kind of hangs there, and then it's just gone. Yeah, so if you don't know, like I said,
so if it bumped
I've
into you,
heard of
that'd
it.
be
I
good.
wouldn't know. No.
Yeah.
No.
Good or bad, what was your once-in-a-lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK.
You know it exists now, but I'm with Thrill. Even if you saw it, you'd still be like, what the
What
hell?
the F was that?
Oh, one more real quick. I like this one. Cracked 2 double yolk eggs back to back. Never had one before or since. It's the SES lottery anyone will ever win.
I've never had the double yolk.
I've had a
egg.
double yolk once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You said you had a chicken once too.
I had a chicken once and a double egg, a double yolk.
I've
once.
never had a double yolk or chicken, but when I was a kid, my mom was cracking eggs, and there was one with a lot of blood in it. And the yolk part,
I've seen that. I've seen that.
freaked me out.
I don't know if I've ever cracked a random double yolk, but I swear that they sell eggs double yolk.
How do you know it's double yolk?
I don't know, but I swear I once saw like a carton of like double yolk eggs.
Do they charge you extra? Because it says there's a dozen eggs, but you got 24 yolks.
I think so. And the thing is that my random double yolk came when I was baking.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
I was making, I think it was during the
Wow.
pandemic or something like that, and I cracked it.
Well, you should bake more often then.
It's like it counts for one egg, so it's like, is this 2? Did I just ruin the
Well, you
recipe?
need the egg
Ooh,
whites.
that is a good question.
Right?
So it calls for one egg, right? You're baking, and everything in baking is precise. So now,
No, the
I've
yolks are
cracked a double
the
yolk.
yolks are smaller. So the 2 yolks equal
Are they
the
smaller?
size, yeah, of one.
all right.
Totally.
I mean, it's 1 in 1,000. So as many eggs as people eat, it's not that crazy. Like I've had one before.
I've had the last weird egg I had was the yolk
Weird
was about
egg.
the yolk was about the color of red. It looked like it was red.
What does that mean? Is that
I don't know.
blood? Is it? I mean,
it was a really good egg.
you did eat it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
The man ate a poisonous mushroom. Damn right he ate the
You know
red.
what? You're right.
Also, when I did a fried egg, and man,
obviously poisonous.
and the hump on that thing.
Yeah.
It's like some eggs kind of flatten out a little bit more.
Yeah, not that red one.
We had a hump.
And you ate it.
Damn it, Miles.
You know what I mean? Like a hump.
But
Do you
why
like-
did you
this.
eat it?
It was like this.
Do you eat moldy bread too?
It was delicious.
I believe
nothing
it's
wrong with that
delicious.
egg.
I'm just saying, maybe there wasn't. I'm just saying, me personally, if I'm at home, I crack an egg, and I'm like, not only is my yolk red, but it's
red.
a lump.
It was on the it was more red orange.
It
If
does-
we're in the Crayola world,
Okay, if it's not yellow, I'm just uncomfortable. Now, from
It could
there,
be blue and Miles would
my
eat it.
colorful lump stays a lump.
yes,
Yeah, no thanks, man.
red yolk. I'm looking at it.
I mean, I'm with Miles.
You'd have eaten it?
Yeah.
Even with the lump?
Look, see, this is exactly what it looked like.
Yeah.
Right here. See, that's all. That's it.
I mean,
And do you see what I'm saying as far as how it pops up? Like it's lumpier. Do you get what I'm saying? See, look,
I do. That's why I didn't eat it. Wouldn't eat it.
I wouldn't eat that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why do they look like that? Did they say?
I
Is there
don't
an
know.
explanation?
There's a green egg too.
One had a red yolk.
Okay.
Good or bad, what was your once in a lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Aaron. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey guys.
Hola.
So my wife and I studied improv out in Chicago, and we were part of this group, and we got accepted into this festival in New York. And we were, it was like 2 a.m. We just assumed nobody was going to be at the show, but it was New York.
It's New York, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, there were people sitting in the aisles. And so we went backstage, and it was getting pretty quick to be our group's time to play. And Horatio Sands and Amy Poehler were sitting on the couch back there smoking out. And and they said, "Hey, you guys want some?" And we're like, "Oh, no, that's cool. We're about to do a show." And they go, "So are we."
Yeah, but they weren't. I think I know what show they did.
Yeah. Oh, you should have seen it. So they went out, and I don't know if y'all have ever seen, how much improv y'all have seen, but the stuff they did was like a little bit longer. It wasn't games; it was more scenes. But they had this music would come on with these spotlights and this, or not spotlights, flashing lights and stuff, and this loud music. And these people would jump out there. One guy was dressed like a lobster. Another person was like in a crab suit, and they're out there dancing around. And it would just stop, and they'd do a scene. I'm like, okay, I see that. That's why you guys were smoking out. I get it now.
That explains it. Now, when you were in Chicago studying improv, did you ever go to see Second City or any of that?
Oh yeah, all the time. We actually studied at Second City.
Oh wow! Okay.
Does that still exist?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does.
It does.
Oh for sure. And I want to say, don't they have another like a quote unquote second city that's in New York now?
It's Third City.
Yeah, Third City, but I believe there's another one in New York now. I think so.
I think so. I'm not sure. The one in Chicago even went away almost for just a little bit, and I think a couple people saved it from going. It was during COVID, and there was all this big stuff that happened with local theaters. People getting accused of just sexual harassment and all this stuff. It was during the Me Too movement. And, the S kind of hit the fan for a lot of these theaters because they got called out for a lot of stuff they should have taken care of. And I think that might have happened with them, but then COVID hit and somebody saved them. So they're still around. They're doing good. I think they stayed out of the fray for the most part with that stuff. But I think a lot of the other theaters got hit pretty hard with that.
Did you ever do any Second City improv with anyone that we know?
Oh, gosh.
Just so many people run through there. It could be 20 years later, but there they are, right?
We've seen people like Jack McBrayer and stuff like that back when they were on the stage. We have done a few things here in Seattle with a friend of ours runs Crypticon, which is like the horror movie Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And we do a set there for the celebrities, and sometimes people will get up there with us. Dee Wallace got up there one time with us. The guy that plays the Terrifier got up there with us, so we've got to do.
Ted, who's Dee Wallace? Quick,
cool.
Where do you know Dee Wallace from? You've seen her a million times.
Porn.
She was in. I want to say she was in Howling. Wasn't she the mom in Pet Sematary?
She was the mom in Cujo and
Cujo.
E.T.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what it is. All right, yeah. She was like and I want to say she was the mom in Lost Boys. Basically,
oh really?
If you need a mom in a horror movie,
E.T.
right? Dee Wallace was the mom.
Wallace.
Yeah.
Huh. That just sounds like a black
comedian, right?
That's what I thought too.
Like a really big dude, 6'5", 280, and it's like
What does Dee Wallace look like?
it's a frail old white chick.
Dee
Wallace is a bitch.
Does she
I
look
would say you'd recognize her as soon as you see her.
Second City too, because Miles, we would get confused about it. So there's Second City that started in Chicago,
right?
Then the other one they had was in Toronto, but Second City TV was just the Canadians.
Correct.
Nobody from the Chicago one.
Yeah.
And you are correct. Now there is a New York office of it.
Yes.
Because Belushi was Chicago.
Right. Farley was Chicago.
Polar that he brings up.
Right, but then when people hear Second City for years, you just thought of Second City TV with, Bob and Tom?
Candy.
Bob and Doug.
Bob and Doug McKenzie.
That's what, Eugene Levy, John Candy.
A bunch of them came out.
Dan Aykroyd.
He was on
Mike
Candy.
Myers, Jim, oh God.
What's her name? Very funny
Harvey.
chick.
What the hell's his name?
Best in Show. She was on Schitt's Creek.
Catherine O'Hara.
Oh,
Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
Is she?
She's Canadian?
I'm not sure. I think she might be from the SCTV world. I'm not. Does that bother you, Ted?
It apparently does.
She's Canadian, yeah.
I'm done watching that show.
Same. Dude. She's from Toronto.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Man.
What's all the hate? Oh, Dana Carvey. He was on there too.
Dana Carvey, yeah.
Is he Canadian?
Good or bad, yeah. What was your once-in-a-lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK.
Like I say, we're influencing the old Canucks, but
Should have been called Wayne's World Day.
notice they're shortening their end zone.
Oh, I know. I saw that.
You're
Yeah.
kidding me.
Oh, yeah.
I think. Look, I'm not trying to piss off Mike and Thrill. The minor league football system in America is just very hard to get going.
Sure.
And Canada, outside of, because we have college, and then the Canadian League was kind of always right there. So I think they're trying to make it closer to American.
Are they going
football.
to 4 downs?
I don't know.
But they're getting rid of like the weird little kick rolls. Because remember last year somebody won the Grey Cup on
a punt.
On a miss field goal.
Why are you laughing?
It's like calling it the Gay Cup.
Yeah. The Gay Cup?
Yeah, it's the Grey Cup. Jesus. And I'm not mature.
How do you win that one, Ted?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Miles knows he practicing 420 at the doctor's office.
Jesus.
You're going to win it this year, Montgomery.
You're in the running.
I'm going all the way. I got some unknown talent.
They played on that side of the fence.
Good or bad, what was your once-in-a-lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Michelle. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
Speaking of it.
I have a couple of once-in-a-lifetime experiences, but I think my favorite was when I was in Italy and I went to the Ferrari Museum and I drove a Ferrari and I did 220 kilometers an hour.
Which is
Nice.
what?
180?
Yeah, you're almost pushing 200 miles per hour.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, fast, super fast.
I'm assuming they wanted you to do that.
Oh yeah, they push you to do it. They're like, go faster, faster. They kind of antagonize you to take corners fast, and
I was going to ask, is it a banked track?
No.
It's flat.
It's open roads, other cars.
Wow. Jesus.
Okay.
So this is just like a test drive on the road system then?
Yeah, you pay, I think it was like 130 euros for 15 minutes.
Dude, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you have to have somebody with you, but you get to choose the Ferrari that you want to drive.
What did you pick?
You pick the person you want to kill.
Yeah. Which model of Ferrari did you pick?
Well, it wasn't the one I wanted because the one I wanted to ride in was a 2-seater, and my uncle wanted to go, so we had to pick the 4-seater. So
a 4-seater Ferrari? I don't want the family version of a Ferrari.
It was still fast. It was still like the most exhilarating experience I've ever had in my life. It was great. And the co-pilot guy told me that I drive better than most men that he had rode with. I don't know if that was an insult or not.
Listen, don't believe anything an Italian male tells you.
Says to a woman.
All right, he's trying to hit on you.
We're going to cut out the middleman. What he wanted to say is, I would like to get in your pants.
Yeah.
But either way, he just says it with a compliment.
Scusi.
I don't know a lot of Italian, but I know that. So what are some of your other once-in-a-lifetime experiences?
I swam with whale sharks off of the coast of Mexico.
Wow. All right.
And,
now, did you know they were out there, or were you out there swimming and they show up?
No, I actually chartered a boat to go out there and swim with them.
All right, let me ask you this. So I know what I have been told, which is that they are docile, but they're also monstrous. So when you jump in the water with them, in spite of everyone telling you, hey, man, look, they're about as chill as an animal can possibly be, do you still poop yourself a little when you are literally side by side with this thing?
No, I didn't. My ex-husband, he was a little intimidated, but the boat, the shark was the size of our boat, so it was pretty massive. It was definitely a once-in-a-lifetime thing to swim right next to this humongous animal in the sea that was going to do nothing to you.
Did you try to touch it?
They don't care about you.
You trying to touch it?
I did touch it. I wasn't supposed to. I got in trouble.
I know.
did.
That's what I was asking.
What does it feel like when you touch a whale shark?
It just kind of feels like touching a fish.
Yeah, they're huge. Okay. I've been within about 30 feet of one.
I have not.
It was kind of weird. Say probably same place. Yucatan?
Yeah, right off the Yucatan Peninsula.
Were you by Holbox?
Yeah.
By Holbox?
I don't know exactly, but I just know it took us about an hour by boat to get out there.
Yeah, that's where they are.
All right, that's pretty cool, man. God damn. Whale sharks and Ferraris.
Whales.
Good or bad, what was your once-in-a-lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK.
I got to drive a couple cool cars when I was working at the auction down there on the lot.
Were you supposed to?
Sure.
Okay.
To a degree.
What do you mean?
Yeah. So at first, so here's the thing. I started as a lot driver. I turned into a kind of the photographer, so I would take pictures of the cars to get put them online so they can get sold. And then later on, I became a detailer, and so I drove every car that rolled through there that was in my lane there. The first cool one that I remember is I got to drive a Cadillac limo.
Oh,
it was the craziest damn thing. It was like on sale day. One, the turn radius. They actually limit the turn radius of that thing, so it's only about like a quarter turn that you can make, and then it maxes out.
Huh.
So it was still cool. You know, you're still just driving a Cadillac, but at the same time, it's like I'm in a limo. This is cool. And then I got to sit in. Did not get to drive this one because they only allow the higher ups for this one. Got to sit in a Rolls-Royce Phantom.
Oh,
that was.
I've been in one of those once.
That was the most amazing experience, dude.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
but as I always tell my story, my buddy's father-in-law picked me up from the airport. He had a Rolls-Royce Phantom, right? I mean, it is to describe it as nice is not doing it justice.
No,
right.
That guy also did 3 years at a federal penitentiary.
There was a handful of really, really nice cars. It was like, yeah, that was a drug dealer. That was a drug seizure.
Well, this idiot bought one, and the only other person in the D.C. area, the entire D.C. area that had one was Clinton Portis, who played for the Commanders.
Right.
So obviously, when you buy a vehicle like that, it gets the government's attention.
Yes.
Does anyone that owns a Rolls Royce drive a Rolls Royce?
Yes.
He drove his own.
He drove it all. Yeah, he loved it.
Wow. I'm just like everyone I've ever heard of that has a Rolls Royce. Like I've never been behind the wheel. I just sit in the back.
All right, I will say this: that another person in that family, well, Jerry, right? Jerry Seafood, right? Pretty famous. So Jerry had done well over the years, and he had a Bentley, but it wasn't like the big one. It was like a smaller one. Anyhow, this party at Bernie's, they're all there. Jerry's been known to have a couple cocktails. We got to go get more something, and he's like, "Teddy, you drive." And then, I don't know, because he had a couple or whatever, we get out on these roads, and he's like, no, open her up. Okay, go crazy. And I was like, I got it up pretty good, like 115. But even then, I was like,
no.
Right, and this is cruising around Bowie.
Right.
And I was like, I'm going to crash this
We're
thing.
gonna get in trouble, man.
We are.
Yeah. And he's just in the back seat. It's butter to the floor.
Guy went to high school with, when we were in college, he had somehow acquired a hearse.
Okay.
All right. But you don't realize the gas mileage is terrible. Gas was not expensive at the time. But I can't remember who we went to see. Like Steve Miller in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It was one of those bands. I can't remember. Yes. I don't know who the hell it was. But either way, there was like 5 people piled in the back of the hearse.
Hey, you got room.
And I just remember like people were just like, we were waving at people when we were, just passing the cars and stuff. They pass us because the windows are pretty big.
Yeah.
They have curtains, but you can open the curtains.
Right.
So we're back there drinking. But I mean, we would like freak people out, like pop up,
right?
Hey,
surprise,
and lay back down.
God, that would freak me out.
It was just like it was so stupid. We just thought it was a blast.
Did you surprise anybody to forget? Like, wow,
I'm alive. They grab my throat and lay back down. Kids in the back of the car just looking like, oh my god.
Someone dresses up like a demon.
Jesus.
Hey, but that's not once in a lifetime. There's a very good chance you'll ride in a hearse again.
I will ride in a hearse again. I'm just saying, like, I will never forget that because I was like, I have ridden in a hearse.
Do you have to get a hearse with some? I mean, could you, in theory, right?
Well,
I got a coffin. Can I put it in the back of my buddy's limo? I mean pickup truck. Like, would that be illegal?
So
is it illegal? I got a pickup truck. I say, hey man, my buddy owns a hearse, but I don't know. They got a flat tire, but they need to be at a.
But they're generally like 6 foot or 6 foot
long.
Length.
That's right. All right.
So I don't know that it would fit in your truck.
I got a Ram 350.
Yeah. You can sit up.
I bungee the back up.
You can sit up. It's not comfortable, but you can sit up in the back of them.
Yeah.
Like, could you rent a U-Haul?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I need to get this body from here to there. The hearse is broken down. It's a small town.
Right.
Right. So my buddy's got a big truck.
Because if you want to have like a Viking funeral, like
you said, small town though, there's got to be some small town where they've just driven a coffin through a town.
Here was the thing that none of us could wrap our head around. In the very back, all right, this was stock. This is the back of the hearse. In the very back, in the back corners, what's back there? 2 speakers on each side.
Like for who?
Now this is at least 10 feet away from the driver.
Yeah, only plays Amazing Grace.
At least 10 feet away from the driver. Like, what's this dead guy listening to back here? Like, no, turn the channel, man. I hate country.
Right? You think you just jam back there?
Like, why are there speakers back here?
I'm willing to bet we have a listener that owns a hearse that just drives. Not for work, but just
trust me. This guy was that goth guy. I mean, back in the day. Good or bad? What was your once in a lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK.
The mighty 99.9 KAISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Our question, good or bad, what was your once-in-a-lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK. Couple more comments. Guys got to sit in the L of the Hollywood sign. Once-in-a-lifetime deal. Another one.
Which L? There's two L's, man.
There are.
One of them is cool. The other one's lame.
Living in England when Zeppelin played their final gig.
Ooh.
Took a chance on buying a ticket code off eBay. It worked. 2 tickets to see their final show.
Damn.
Which was awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know that it counts, but he was added after Old Dirty Bastard died. There's a rapper named Capadonna that's part of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
And once in Baltimore, I don't know what we were doing, but I was hanging out with some dudes, and he was there with them, and they were like, "You want to hit this blunt?" And I said, "I can't, man. I'm on bail." And they were like, "Oh, you a real one." But he handed me the blunt, and I said, "I can't, man." Now, they didn't know I didn't smoke weed at the time.
Of course.
But it sounded tough.
Oh, no, you had the perfect response.
Right.
Loved you fellas.
What was the guy that passed on that was like,
DMZ.
DMZ. Who was the one?
DMX?
DMX.
DMZ's demilitarized zone.
I know,
boys.
demilitarized zone, right.
DMX. Who was the one person who was around DMX?
I can't remember who told us the story, but basically.
Oh, no. That's my buddy when he was living in New York City.
All right.
So he was going to Columbia, and then there, whatever the dorms were. So DMX was hooking up with a girl there. So he's outside. He recognized him. He's smoking a blunt, and he's like, "Hey, man, like, you're DMX." Like, yeah. And he's like, right? He's like, can I smoke with you? And he's like, "Well, listen, I can't hand it to you. What I'm going to do is hand it to my man Miles. Now, what he does after that is up to him." The guy basically just took a puff and handed it to my buddy. I guess technically,
I did not pass him the weed.
What did that man sound like when he was having sex?
I'm liking this.
Dude, there was probably tears involved. You ever seen some of his performances?
Tell X what you like.
Yep.
I mean, he would break down during shows.
Yeah, he was crazy.
Yeah.
Guys,
he was.
He was legitimately crazy.
I was in the front row of Metallica's show. Once the concert ended, James took off his wristband, looked me dead in the eye, and threw it directly at me.
Nice.
Side note, James has a damn good arm. Here, this is a weird one.
Been better if it was a bottle.
I once saw a major flood in my hometown that washed up buried coffins from the cemetery that was along the riverbank. The strong current sent the floating coffins down the river until they crashed against the dam spillway.
Damn. We had that in New Orleans once because all those graves are above ground, right? But we had a big storm. And the way they treated it on the news, apparently this happens plenty. They're like, oh, ho, ho. I can't remember the name of the cemetery. It is directly across the street from Commander's Palace. Noted restaurant. But they're like, ho, ho, ho. Man, big storms. 3 of the coffins have washed. One was out of a mausoleum. The other 2 were out of just quote-unquote graves. But, I mean, like, they're chuckling about it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
And, Ted, you can relate to this one probably. In 8th grade, I went to D.C. for a class trip. We toured the White House. While there, Obama was boarding Air Force Two. And we got to watch him from like 15 feet away. Now, whether you like Obama or not, it was cool to see a president so up close. Not many people get to say they've done that. I've never seen a president up close. I went to Ronald Reagan's speech when he was a candidate for the president. He ended up being the president.
Yeah. That
was still cool to see.
Sure,
that.
man.
And I went to Clinton's inauguration, and then I saw Barack Obama towards the end of his second term here in Seattle.
Hey, Ted. Good seeing you.
It was pretty awesome.
I'm here for the weed.
Are you still on parole? I'm going to hit this blunt.
I cannot pass it to you.
I can hand it to Joe. Joe can pass it to you. But he does.
What was his nickname in high school?
Hot Box.
Hot Box. Good or bad, what was your once-in-a-lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK.
He skips old Barry O.
Gotta love them ribs.
You think he would talk slower? When he gets high. Even Stephen Colbert, he was interviewing him, and he said, man, you got like this 800-page book, and I realized he also did the audio book. Colbert's like, based on the way you speak, I figured it's just faster to read it.
Like when George W. and him would lean in and whisper, I know he's like, George, like, hey, I got that blow, you got the weed?
You know I do.
You know I do.
I will say, W is, I know he's, super, what do you call those, new Christians or whatever, but if there was one president I'd want to party with, it was W.
W, hell yeah.
Yeah.
He and his wife.
We're doing cake stands. Come on, man.
Hey, we're going to order cheeseburger pizzas. Throw down, watch some cartoons. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
You see Ren and Stimpy.
Well, because remember, he was running, in 2000,
Watch his,
right against Gore?
Yes.
Right? Was it 2000?
Yeah, it was 2000.
Right. So I remember when you were voting for a Major League All-Star game, on the back was an interview with Al Gore and one with George W. Bush. Very plain questions, right? So they said, should baseball be played on grass or turf? Al Gore gives his paragraph-long thing about what you should play on. And W said, it's baseball. Should play it on grass.
That's it. Yeah.
Pretty simple.
That's the question. You hear over his house, hey, man, you know what I can do? Let's fire off a rocket. Right.
Come on, get us up to the roof.
Yeah. Hey, watch it. Saudi Arabia's going to think it's coming right in. Watch it bang off in. I can steer it. Scared you. Yeah.
He was famous for having the White Hat cooking staff make him cheeseburger pizza.
Oh, yeah. Cheeseburger pizza. We're going to get 5 to 10 cheeseburger pizzas. Launch off a rocket.
Hey, Ricky, I got the munchies. Come on.
Right? Like, I don't think he was smoking weed. I don't think he was drinking at that point, but I like his style.
That's just who he was.
Like, even if I'm not drinking on the weekend, I still want to eat pizza and watch sports. Right?
Yeah.
Not now. UT's on.
Now, listen, I'm going to fire his gun off. They'll be here in 3 seconds. Right. Good or bad, what was your once-in-a-lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK.
See Secret Tunnel?
I got a secret tunnel. I don't even know where to go. We could fly in a helicopter and go get some Lido's pizza.
I just go down there and pee when I can't get to the bathroom. Hello, Steve. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola. Okay, so when I was 12 years old, my dad was in the Air Force, and we were stationed in England. And one day, this camera crew came to class, and they were doing auditions for this movie. They needed kids with American accents. They were making this movie with Jodie Foster and Scott Baio called Bugsy Malone.
Oh, God, I remember that movie.
What a cast.
Do you remember Bugsy Malone?
I remember Scott Baio.
It was basically it's like kids as gangsters. But when they fired their automatic weapons, it was cream pies.
Right.
And I mean, there was massacres, but I mean, you're just getting hit with whipped cream. As a kid, I thought that movie was awesome.
Well, I didn't get that part, but the casting director of the person said to go to audition for this other movie. And so me and this buddy of mine took the train down into London, did the audition, and when we're done, we went to the only McDonald's that was in England at the time, down in London, where it had like 12 registers. They were all open, all with lines to the door. I mean, it was packed, and mostly with Americans getting their McDonald's fix.
Yep.
But so then we got picked for this movie that was being made about Teddy Roosevelt. That the working title, I think, was Lying in the White House or something. And Teddy Roosevelt, I guess, was a boxer when he was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So they picked me and the other kids to be the crowd at this boxing match with this young Teddy Roosevelt kid. And so we got had to get old 1800-style haircuts and wear 1800-style clothes. And the one thing I remember about was one of the crew members had a birthday party. So there was cake and champagne, which they just left on the table in a bunch of cups, all poured out. And me and the other kids were like, "Oh, look, champagne!" And so we helped ourselves. And I got 10 pounds for the day. Got to miss a day of school.
And got drunk.
And got drunk. Yes, yes. And I never got to see if they kept the scene that I was in, where the director realized that the opponent of Teddy Roosevelt that gets knocked out, he didn't have anyone in his corner, so they asked all of us if somebody wanted to be in the corner, and I said sure. And then they wanted to do a scene where I'm talking to the boxer, and I'm just improvising, talking a bunch of stuff that I.
You need to give him an uppercut, see?
Yeah. He's a lot shorter than you, so don't let him get inside. Keep jabbing him.
So wait, you never saw the movie?
No, because we got transferred back to America before it came out. So I never got to see
Have
the
you
movie.
tried to look for it since? I mean, with IMDb.
Yeah, surely it's going to be somewhere.
Yeah, I guess. But again, all I remember was the working title, and I don't even remember who the stars were. Who played who. Or
You
whatever.
remember Scott Baio and what's her face there? Clarice. What the hell's her name?
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster. But you can't remember. And that's the movie you didn't get into. All right.
Yeah, that's the movie we didn't get into. Like I said, I just remember the working title was Lying in the White House, and it was a British production about, Teddy Roosevelt.
All right.
And so, yeah, I guess I could. I tried looking it up, but I don't know, again, the title of it. I remember the year was 1976. and I guess if I did some sleuthing, I could find out. But yeah,
in the modern internet age, I think you could probably track that down.
Seems like it'd be easier now.
Going back a little bit, you saw this movie, Bugsy Malone?
I did. I saw it was part of a double feature, and I don't remember if it was like linked up with Jaws 2 or something. But my parents, I had a bunch of cousins in town too, so the memory's fairly fuzzy. But I do remember actively because I'd never heard of the movie. I didn't know what it was about. But again, as a kid, at the end of the movie, we were like, this is the greatest thing we've ever seen. And then whatever the main feature was, which was a regular feature film, I think we were just like, yeah, it was okay. What year did it come out? Does it say?
76.
Yeah, so I'd have been 7 years old.
I guess I'm an adult, so I'm just like, who said let's make a comedy musical with children as gangsters?
Dude, that is absolutely what it is. So it mimicked like the Al Capone days, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, like there'd be a restaurant full of these kids, but they're all wearing tuxes, right? I mean, they look like kids because they are children, but they're dressed as adults, like mobsters. And like there'd be a restaurant scene, typical Italian restaurant scene, everyone's in there eating, and someone goes, oh no, because the door opens, and like 8 dudes roll in with Tommy guns.
There's like showgirls.
And light the restaurant up. But it's all whipped cream. I'm telling you, man, it was a crazy movie.
I'm just like,
but I thought it was awesome.
I'll find it for you. But I was like, who is? Oh, look, they're all just kids.
Ted, get stoned and watch it.
I did the whole thing. I
have gangster movies. This is that. It is a gangster movie.
I've just never heard of it. And then I'm like, I thought maybe there'd be like, there's no adults. It's just kids.
No, it's all kids.
And then the guns just shoot like
whipped cream.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I know how dumb it
what
sounds,
is happening here?
And it is that dumb, but it was a fantastic movie when I was a kid. Yeah, Bugsy Malone.
Oh, look at this, Miles. It turns into a whole shootout.
Jesus Christ.
You got Fat Sam throwing pies at people.
Oh, dude, like I said, if whipped cream is violent, it was a very violent movie.
That's awesome.
Correct.
Yeah.
Good or bad, what was your once-in-a-lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK.
Everybody listen to me. If you smoke weed, watch Bugsy Malone. If you don't smoke weed and have kids, sit down and watch Bugsy Malone with your kids.
Or do both.
Watch
it stoned and then watch it with the kids.
Yeah.
I'll just take a sneak outside real quick.
Yeah.
Walk the dog. Come back. Start the movie.
I've done that last night. My daughter wanted me to watch this anime show that she loves. I cannot tell you the name. She told me the name like 8 times, and I'm still like, every time she said it, I'm like, bless you. I have no idea what it's called. I may have been a little buzzed up when I watched it, but it made me appreciate it more.
Sailor Moon?
Bruh, it's nothing like that.
Oh.
Because I'm like, what's that? She's like, Nunga Chao. I'm like, what is that again? And she said it seriously like 3 times. And then I even read the title.
My daughter would know it.
I guarantee you.
Anyways, big.
It's huge. And my daughter's all about it, man. But this is just the one that she wanted me to watch. And it was fine. We watched 3 episodes.
Subtitles?
To bed. Okay, so this is the weird thing about it. There were subtitles, but it was also dubbed over in English.
All right.
But we couldn't turn the subtitles off. So I'm like, so this has been dubbed over in English, but I still have English subtitles, which is kind of stupid. But there it was. It was fine.
Good or bad, what was your once-in-a-lifetime experience? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Andy. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola.
So you guys were talking earlier about double yolks and everything, and I just want to quickly say that 210 kilometers is 130 miles per hour.
130. All right.
We were giving her too much credit.
I like the way you segue double yolks into that.
Yeah.
You guys are talking about double yokes, so I just want to tell you kilometers to mile per hour ratio.
Yeah.
Great segue.
So
she called in right after the W.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we had chickens during COVID. It was a COVID project, and the second round of chickens we got Rhode Island Red, and we had this one chicken for 2 months that would lay double yolks. So all she did was lay double yolks, and then 2 months in, we cracked a triple yolk.
You got a triple yoker?
A triple yolk, which is 1 in 25 million.
Wow.
It was pretty wild. And right after that triple yolk, she stopped laying double yolks. Never saw a triple yolk.
I was going to say, if really, I would almost stopped and let her actually, raise the kid. I mean, if you're getting double yolks all the time, man, you're going to get a lot of peeps out of that deal.
Yeah, I wanted to sell the chicken, but my kids and wife were against it. So,
how much do you think you could have gotten for this double yolk egg laying chicken?
I don't know. I was going to just put it on the internet and see what came up.
But I'm pretty sure chickens that lay eggs that you eat are different than laying hens.
Maybe.
or laying
Oh,
chicken.
I don't know that.
There's
Okay.
some difference
I don't
in
know
the
that
egg.
world.
But did you ever like talk to a veterinarian or anything to say like, why does this particular chicken keep dropping the double yolks?
No. My kids and my wife really loved having the chickens, and I was raised with chickens, and they kind of just come and go, and I never got attached to them. My kids would name them and everything, and it was we eventually got rid of all the chickens because they started eating all their own eggs.
They start eating their own eggs?
Roast chickens?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that normal?
No, it's not normal. But as soon as one of them gets the taste for it, then they realize that they don't need any food and all they need is water. And
So you got cannibal chickens?
Yeah.
And that's not normal. That's weird.
See,
man.
I would be afraid to eat
It
the eggs from the cannibal chickens.
Why? What'd be wrong with eggs?
because all right, look, just like if you die and I eat you.
Yes.
All right, that's weird. Okay, then
It's weird, but if Ted wanted to eat you, would Ted say, "Look, the only reason I'm not going to eat
you might catch
Miles
something
is
because I've been
he ate
eating
Steve."
Steve. Now, if you're going to eat me, you're going to eat what I've been eating, which is Steve.
I don't know. I'm confused.
So
you're
saying-
not related to him.
No, I'm just eating him,
Yeah.
and then you eat me.
So it'd be different if Miles ate one of his own daughters.
Yeah.
So you're a cannibal. You're going to eat Miles, but you find out that Miles ate one of his daughters. You're not going to eat
That's
him.
over the line, dude. Those are his kids.
But you find out he ate me, and it's still game on.
Correct. That's
Okay.
logical thinking, boys.
All right.
It's a weird conversation we're having.
Well, I just wanted to get to the bottom of it. I've never been in a cannibalism situation where I have to go, well, I would eat Miles, but hey, one of his own kids did. This is
That's why some of those animals I can't get down with.
like what?
Like lions will do it.
Yeah.
But I thought lions ate other lions young. So the idea,
Them
like,
too.
you're the male lion, right? And then I come into town, you and I fight, I end up winning. You've had a couple of cubs. Like, I'm going to eat your cubs.
I think the female lion sometimes has to get his own kids away from him, or he'll just eat them.
Does he eat his own kids?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's ruthless out there in the lion world, man.
I mean,
You didn't see that, Wizard of Oz? Do you have any children? I did.
Because he was a coward.
But I hate them.
I couldn't hunt on my own, so I hunted my own. I'm a coward.
If I were king of the forest, I would not eat my own children.
Scar did.
Yeah.
Here's a couple more quick comments before we take one more phone call. Ran with the Bulls in Pamplona, Spain,
right.
2008 in the local newspaper. Showed me running beside a bull.
That would not be a good face.
No. The 2014 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony watched Nirvana get inducted.
Nice.
Which is pretty cool. One we can relate to, setting foot in Dachau. One of the first concentration camps and getting that numb, empty feeling of sadness.
I don't want to ever do that again.
We did.
Dachau's horrible. And it's the home of the SS. It was brutal.
It was super brutal. And the way Ken from the Advocates, he was kind enough to set it all up. And I know he was not projecting ahead, but we kind of had a tight schedule because we were there for a little bit of time, blah, blah, blah. So we go to Dachau, and then it's like, all right, guys, we're going to lunch. And I'm like,
I'm hungry. I'm going to be hungry for days.
I am not feeling hungry right now.
I don't even want a beer.
I know, just.
I was ready for a
I
beer.
just want to talk to my mom and drink.
Love you.
Yeah. Jesus.
Still to come, the return of Who Sucks Less on the way at 4:30, and we've got your emails on the way next in the men's room at KISW.com.
coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Making headlines tonight, the friends of an ill, obese man with a lisp are still not sure if he's getting sicker or thicker. But first, a recent study suggests that your name is something that you eventually gravitate to.
Wait, what?
People's names. According to research, it's something that people unconsciously embrace, both in appearance and in career pursuits. It's something called nominative determinism, which is a fancy way of saying that people tend to gravitate towards areas of work or interest that fit their names.
This is according to who?
Well, most recently, a local university, but psychologist Carl Jung first proposed the idea decades ago.
Okay, what does your name mean, Stone?
Well, technically, my name means dweller by the rocks, but the name Peter is derived from the Greek word Petros, which means stone, and St. Peter is the keeper of the gates of heaven.
So, how does that lead to being a news anchor, rock dweller?
Well, actually, in my younger days, I did consider pursuing priesthood, as religion is very important to me, and also, my home is made of stone.
You were going to be a priest?
I considered it, quite seriously, for many years. But in the end, I thought I could reach more people through broadcast journalism.
Yeah, man, I could totally see you being a priest. I knew that kind of thing wasn't for me. Thanksgiving, 1997.
Okay, I have to ask, what happened on Thanksgiving Day, 1997?
I said grace before dinner, man.
And?
And the turkey burst into flames and started flying around the room, man. It was crazy.
That actually is crazy, but not entirely unexpected.
Yeah, that's what my pop said. Okay, what does the name Felix mean?
Your name means happy, lucky, or fortunate. For all the wrong reasons, I think the name suits you.
What about my name?
Well, Bonnie, your name is associated with beauty, grace, and charm.
So I should have been a model or a pageant contestant.
According to the name study, that would have been a perfect pursuit for you.
We're getting a ton of emails. People want to know if you think they're living up to their names or not.
Well, we're not experts here, but all right.
A woman in Concord, New Hampshire says, I'm a stay-at-home mother, but I have a lot of freckles. My name's Dottie, and a seasonal safari guide is wondering if you think their job reflects her name. That's from Sarah N. Getty.
Sarah N. Getty. She's a safari guide.
That's what her email says.
Well, Sarah, I would say that your name reflects your job very well, yes.
There's more. One of the emails reads, I'm an obstetrician. Sincerely, Bertha Kidd. A dog trainer in Los Angeles is wondering if he pursued the right job. That's from Ray Bees. And a long-haul trucker named Peter Bill wants to know if he's still in the right profession.
Ladies and gentlemen, the study isn't suggesting whether or not you're in the right profession based on your name. The study is just a conclusion that many people end up following a career path that suits the name that they're given.
A veterinarian in Santa Fe says that she disagrees with the study. That's from Annie Mall. Actually, a lot of people think the study is bogus. That includes funeral director Paul Bearer, a security system installer named Isabel Ringing, and a shower installer named April, a florist named May, and an unemployed serial killer.
An unemployed serial killer?
Yeah, Amanda Butcher. There's also an unemployed cannibal, Adolf Oliver Arms. He thinks the study's false too.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is not our study. It's...
A person with one leg also thinks the study is bogus.
Let me guess. Her name is Eileen.
It's from a he, not a she, and his name is Les Walker.
Of course it is.
Not all negative. A spa owner says that he believes the study. That's from Manny Petty. Doug Down also agrees with the study. He's a paleontologist.
Let's just go to break. We'll be back in an hour.
Hey bro, Venturu Muragada Besuto Bira. Super freshu, super strongu, taste boom. You drink now? Anatawa big man desa. No wait, no think. Just grabu Mensuru Muraga. Say chas. Kanpai. Mensuru Muragada Besuto Bira.
KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up, the return of Who Sucks Less, but first time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com. Cow.
Come on.
Come on, dude.
Calm. Calm.
I'm calm.
One from our good or bad, what was your once-in-a-lifetime experience question, guys? Standing on the rim of the Kilauea crater, watching lava shoot 2,000 feet in the air. That from Bill in Olympia.
I don't think I'd want to stand that
close. Is it the
close.
Big Island? Is it the big one?
I believe that's
Is that the one on Maui?
I don't know.
Kilauea.
It doesn't matter. If it's shooting lava, it's good enough for me.
I mean, I guess it's easy to say, like, seeing some artists that we've seen because they've passed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been thinking about this question all day. Maybe box it in front of 2,500 people. Like,
Yeah,
I'll just, like, I'm not going to do that again. I've been to boxing gyms.
Sure.
But I'm not going to fight somebody in a casino again.
No, probably not.
Sorry, Eddie.
Fortunate,
At least not sanctioned.
Thank God for the showbox. Because we've seen Prince in a small venue.
Correct.
And we saw the Foo Fighters.
Even
in a
if
small
Prince,
venue.
right? Even if in the Foo Fighters you could still go see, and even if Prince was alive, I think us seeing him in that small of a venue is probably once in a lifetime.
Well, let's see here. On to the birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
What do we got here? Gentlemen, can we get a birthday shout out to our boys, Ryan and Callan? Ryan turns 12 today. Callan turned 8. So can they get a fish sandwich, a reverse fart, and Coach Ted pumping up Callan to lead his football team, the Graham Kapowson Little Eagles, to a championship? Yes, they are 8U, and yes, we throw the ball. Thank you, gentlemen. Love Mom and Dad.
A filet of fish sandwich.
Ew.
All right, Callan. First of all, I don't know what position you're playing. I'm impressed you boys are out there throwing the ball. At the end of the day, football's a pretty simple sport, all right? We got a few things we're going to talk about. Inch by inch, yard by yard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pure and simple. Then Thrill, I say it all the time. What are the 3 things we got to do today? We got to block, we got to tackle, and we got to win this game. Let's go.
It is cool to throw the ball, man. That young.
That is wild.
That is cool.
I'm still shocked they throw it in high school now.
Yeah, no kidding. Right?
Not in a power tee. Hold on, gentlemen. I would like to send a birthday shout out to my little butt munch Ella, who turns 14 today. Her mom and I are proud of who she is, and she is doing what she's doing in life, and just being an awesome kid. So can I get Coach Ted talking about being a teenager? Even though she clearly knows everything there is to know, she should listen to her parents. Maybe some dad jokes from Miles, because she thinks my dad jokes are cringe. Thanks, guys. That from Andy Mack.
It's pretty simple, Ella. Met you before. You seem like a bright child. Now, with that said, you're not that old, all right? When old Andy tells you to do something, Dad says to do it, you do it. All right, he says jump, you say, how high, Dad? Same with your mom. And don't forget to eat your vegetables. Happy birthday, kid.
See if I have any, I don't want to get in trouble.
She's worked backstage with us, brother. I don't know. There's a lot she has not heard.
Okay. All right, guys, did you know you can cure a snake bite with an ant bite?
No.
It's called a anti-venom.
Okay.
Where does Sir Mix-a-Lot go on vacation? Where does Sir Mix-a-Lot like to go on vacation?
Butte, Montana.
Djibouti.
All right.
That'll always be fun to do.
Djibouti. What did 50 Cent do when he got hungry?
Hang on.
50 Cent. What did he do when he got hungry?
I don't know what.
58. It's a standard. Guys, today's my son Raiden's 13th birthday. He's been listening to your shenanigans with me his whole life. He would love it if he could get an OG fish sandwich, some green beans, a fart, followed up by Coach Ted getting him hyped up for his upcoming wrestling season.
All right.
And the rest of the year. And remind him to please do his math homework. Thanks, guys, and keep on rocking that from Matthew.
Do I get a fish sandwich?
Green bean. What?
Green bean.
Okay.
Green bean.
All right, first of all, son, good on you. Of all the sports I ever played, wrestling was hands down the hardest sport there is. Now, do you look cool in a singlet? Sure. Does everybody?
No.
Sure. See, it's a very comfortable piece of clothing, John.
I believe that.
You've never worn one. All right. Now, you got this season coming up, all right? We all know there's that kid at that other school, that other club. He's been thinking about you, too. So, you know what the thing is? It's pretty pure and simple. After practice, you got to get a few more laps in. Maybe a few more rolls around, single leg shots. We got to keep sweating. Every ounce of sweat we drop out gets us closer to that championship.
Guys, 1 year ago today, Cecilia graced us with her presence. She's a total goofball and weirdo, and she's absolutely perfect. She's just about to start walking, and while we're ready for it, our house is not. She's bound to get up to all sorts of mischief. Exciting times ahead. So can we please get a little kid fish sandwich and Coach Ted telling her to slow down a little bit. Love the show. I'm excited to have her grow up with you guys. And thanks for everything. Happy birthday, B-Nuts. We love you. Lots of love from Mom and from Dad.
All right, first of all, you're one, so slow down. Going too fast. 1 year old's big birthday. Make sure today or tomorrow when you have that cake, we smash right in the hair, all right? Everybody's got to do that on the first one. Second of all, you're also born with my grandmother's name. So when you get a little bit older, if you can remember the damn recipe for that mac and cheese, just send it over.
And all gentle sirs, please wish my mama, a.k.a. Mom-in-Law, very happy birthday today. Give her a fish sandwich medley, a pep talk from Coach Ted since her Longhorns lost to a team stronger than Rice last weekend. And since it's her birthday, you can bust on this year's embarrassing Razorback football team. Maybe some dad jokes from Miles. Norma is the best ex-mother-in-law I've ever had. I'm lucky to call her Mama. That's thanks, guys, with a lot of love from Josh.
Can I get a fillet of fish sandwich? So you know I got
I'll have a fish sandwich.
Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich?
Do I get a fish sandwich?
Put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
I want a fish sandwich.
Is it too early for a fish sandwich? Cheese and tartar on the side.
Ooh, yeah.
I smell the fish sandwich. Maybe some dinner relish in the morning. At noon and at night.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
Though you don't want a fish sandwich?
So we want to talk about Texas, but also make fun of Arkansas?
That is correct.
Yeah, I mean, look at the 20 years of Arkansas football. Pretty simple. All right, now Texas football. Weird year, Texas. Came out number one. Arch Manning's supposed to win a Heisman Trophy, lose to Ohio State. They lost to Florida last week. I don't know what's going on. But one thing that helps in college football is you get one of these games. You get two of these games a year, right? When the chips are down. You know what they're called? A rivalry game. You're going to be down in Dallas. Texas State Fair. Got those Bamas from Oklahoma coming over, crossing the border. Let's get healthy this week and beat them.
All right, some dad jokes.
And never forget their mascot is because they didn't wait their turn to get their land.
Oh, Mike, you better be happy to know I got one cleared from Ryan Castle here.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did.
I doubt it's gonna pass me.
I'm gonna have you take a look at it.
Can you see the dump button?
Yeah, let me see. I got that going.
Guys, my girlfriend left me after I told her I was born in China.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. She said it was a red flag.
Hey-oh. See, that one's okay. That one's okay.
That's not the one.
I know.
I'm currently writing a song about being a locksmith.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. There's a key change at the end. You want to take a look at this?
Yeah.
This is a Halloween joke. You can't ruin a good Halloween
It's a
joke.
Halloween joke.
It's a Halloween joke, right there.
What do we got here?
See here?
Okay.
Come on.
I don't like it.
What?
I don't like it.
What do you mean?
Let me see.
Come on.
I haven't seen the joke.
Come on. It's a Halloween joke.
I don't like it. Right there in the middle of the page.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
What do you mean you don't like it?
I don't like it.
He's laughing, you're laughing.
I know. All right.
Can I do it?
I'll let it pass.
What do you call a Halloween-themed fleshlight, Ted? A Halloween-themed fleshlight.
I don't know what.
A jack-o'-lantern.
All right. That's it.
Not my favorite.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefly.
Now, the men's room wants to know who sucks less?
Hey, time for Who Sucks Last. Stephen Thrill, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. They always suck, but it's up to us to determine out of the 3 stories which one sucks the least. Now, if you happen to like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less.
Yes, indeed. And like we said at the top of the show, today's episode is the Petty Money Edition. Frivolous lawsuits, which always drive me crazy. Perhaps CEOs that don't quite don't quite read the room before they open their mouth. And finally, just sometimes can a brother just wipe his ass? Can I just wipe my ass? But let us start with the frivolous lawsuit. Halloween, of course, is right around the corner. And rest assured that Hershey will not be banned from selling Halloween candies. So last year, a woman in Florida named Cynthia Kelly, she sued Hershey for $5 million. Do you know why? Why would you sue the Hershey company for $5 million?
There was a bat in your chocolate.
No, because the pumpkin-shaped Reese's peanut butter cups were falsely advertised. She says the packaging shows the pumpkins have, quote, cool carved designs and faces, but in reality, there are no faces. And not bother her. But that was not the only thing. She pointed out that several of the Halloween candies are also less spooky than they appear on the wrapper. Well, Cynthia, she will not be getting the $5 million payout, and the candles, they will not be pulled from store shelves where they're deceiving America. A judge just dismissed the lawsuit. She ruled that the plaintiff, quote, failed to prove any concrete economic injury, and the products were not rendered worthless. In other words, they're still delicious. There's nothing wrong.
Okay.
Cynthia Kelly, come on, man. You got better things to do than to waste Hershey's time with a $5 million lawsuit because your chocolate wasn't spooky. Jesus.
It didn't have the eyes.
Didn't have the eyes. False advertising.
Not a real jack-o'-lantern.
All right, so the last time you bought tickets to a concert, did you think to yourself, man, I paid way too little for those? Because the CEO of Live Nation, the company that owns Ticketmaster, he thinks that you did, Ted. During a conference last weekend, Michael Rapino said, quote, there's a lot of runway left when it comes to ticket prices, especially since tickets for sporting events are so much more. Quote, music has been underappreciated. In sports, I joke it's like a badge of honor to spend $70,000 for a Knicks courtside seat. They beat me up if we charge $800 for Beyonce. He adds, quote, when you read about ticket prices going up, the average concert price is still $72. Try going to a Laker game for that. And there's 80 of them. The concert is underpriced and has been for a long time. What is the concert that costs only $72?
$72. Come on.
Again, and look, I've heard a lot of stupid things from people above us about the cost of things, but like you can only gaslight so much, brother. I bought concert tickets. They are not $72. And again, everyone bitches about the price of concert tickets specifically because of your company. So even if you do think they're underpriced, just keep your mouth shut. We're not vibing with you on this one. And then finally it says, look, we're used to watching ads in order to stream content or play games and a million other things. Here's 1,000,001. If you walk into a public bathroom in China, there is a chance that you'll have to watch an ad to get toilet paper. So there's a video going viral that shows how it works. You scan a QR code that plays an ad on your phone. Then the machine spits out a modest amount, like 6 squares. If you need more, you have to watch another ad. So it's not actually a brand new thing. Someone on Reddit shared a lot of similar dispensers back in China back in 2021, but most people didn't know they existed. Now, if you don't watch the ad, there is an option to pay a few cents for toilet paper instead, but it looks like you have to pay with your phone. So if you don't have it on you, you're ass out of luck. No pun intended. So those are the basic 3 stories. We have the frivolous lawsuit, $5 million against Hershey because their Halloween candy bars were not as scary as advertised. We have the CEO of Live Nation, who, one, thinks the concert tickets only cost $72. In which case, can we just alert him, let him know that they're way overpriced, and he'll drop it down? Is that what he'll do? I'll tell you what, double the price from $72, if that's what you think they are. Anyway, he thinks he wants to charge you more. And then finally, public bathrooms in China, where you have to sit through an ad just to wipe your ass after taking a dump.
I can't get over the Live Nation guy.
First of all, you're lying patently to say they cost $72. I don't know. And this is not like everything in Seattle is more expensive, except concert tickets. That's pretty much in this country.
And
anyway.
weed.
Yeah, I mean, like if you get a deal at an amphitheater, and the other thing is there's so many musical artists and so many shows, to say the average is $72, that's including going to a small venue and seeing a band that nobody's heard of first. Exactly. And then I would also add in, like, look, I think a lot of this stuff is too expensive. I think the NFL tickets are crazy.
Yeah.
But you only get 8 guaranteed home games a year, right?
Sure.
I mean, not counting the preseason. Nobody even likes that. So it's like those are going to cost more. But
why doesn't he look at what's happening in Vegas? So what you don't understand is it's not just the ticket. There's a sign downtown, $120 for some event.
What,
I don't know.
park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a Seahawks game, Mariners game, like $120.
They're normally a $40 line.
Yeah.
Like, look, I'm going to go to the Hussey game Friday, right? I have a free ticket, right? Fine. But I've already thought about it. Like, Jesus Christ, if I get 4 beers, right, over the course of 3.5 hours.
Can you take beer on the train?
We're going to find out. We're going to find out if you can light rail a beer when I get out of here at 6:01.
I have it on good authority. You can.
Wow.
I will add, I don't believe it's legal, but that did not stop one man I saw who just, he got on with the 12-pack of Coors Light, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, cool. He's going to go home and start drinking.
No. He cracked one right there?
Brother, as soon as those doors close.
I mean, I've seen people smoke on that train.
A guy was vaping yesterday.
Right, but I guarantee you, if I'm just sitting there sipping a beer, one of those guys come over and go, hey, man, can't be doing that. But to answer this question, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Like one time at the Gorge, I was sitting there with a bunch of guys on motorcycles, I'll just say. And the guy came over to me and went, you can't smoke weed here. And I was like, all right. Out of these three, like the Live Nation guy sucks the most.
I think the Florida one.
I'm fine. If your public toilet, you're going to tell me it's clean and I have to watch one ad, okay.
They did not say they're clean. They just said it's a public toilet. It might be clean. It might not. I do not know.
Some places in Europe, you got to put in quarters, but they're supposed to be clean.
Yeah. See, I agree with Ted because they held up the court system for the Hershey crap. A judge had to take the time to go through this frivolous crap
to explain you're stupid
and waste time where he could have been spending it in other places that actually mattered.
Yeah.
So I'm going with China toilet paper ad.
All right. Quick side note: do you guys have opinion on Hershey's holiday chocolate as opposed to the regular cups? Because there's no ridges in the Christmas tree or the pumpkin.
Do you need the ridges?
Does that affect you?
Some people like it better when it's smooth. I'm Team Ridge.
I'm good either way. As long as you got your chocolate and your peanut butter. I did not
lick. Do you lick the ridge of the rim?
No, but you can nibble around it. You nibble around it
the rim,
and save the peanut butter in the middle.
Gotcha.
Stop it.
Fascinating.
Stop it.
Coming up at 5:08, we'll drink a toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to the Men's Room.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Making headlines tonight, the friends of an ill, obese man with a lisp are still not sure if he's getting sicker or thicker. But first, a recent study suggests that your name is something that you eventually gravitate to.
Wait, what?
People's names. According to research, it's something that people unconsciously embrace, both in appearance and in career pursuits. It's something called nominative determinism, which is a fancy way of saying that people tend to gravitate towards areas of work or interest that fit their names.
This is according to who?
Well, most recently, a local university, but psychologist Carl Jung first proposed the idea decades ago.
Okay, what does your name mean, Stone?
Well, technically, my name means dweller by the rocks, but the name Peter is derived from the Greek word Petros, which means stone, and St. Peter is the keeper of the gates of heaven.
So, how does that lead to being a news anchor, rock dweller?
Well, actually, in my younger days, I did consider pursuing priesthood, as religion is very important to me. And also, my home is made of stone.
You were going to be a priest?
I considered it, quite seriously, for many years. But in the end, I thought I could reach more people through broadcast journalism.
Yeah, man, I could totally see you being a priest. I knew that kind of thing wasn't for me. Thanksgiving, 1997.
Okay, I have to ask, what happened on Thanksgiving Day, 1997?
I said grace before dinner, man.
And?
And the turkey burst into flames and started flying around the room, man. It was crazy.
That actually is crazy, but not entirely unexpected.
Yeah, that's what my pop said. Okay, what does the name Felix mean?
Your name means happy, lucky, or fortunate. For all the wrong reasons, I think the name suits you.
What about my name?
Well, Bonnie, your name is associated with beauty, grace, and charm.
So I should have been a model or a pageant contestant.
According to the name study, that would have been a perfect pursuit for you.
We're getting a ton of emails. People want to know if you think they're living up to their names or not.
Well, we're not experts here, but all right.
A woman in Concord, New Hampshire says, I'm a stay-at-home mother, but I have a lot of freckles. My name's Dottie. And a seasonal safari guide is wondering if you think their job reflects her name. That's from Sarah N. Getty.
Sarah N. Getty. She's a safari guide.
That's what her email says.
Well, Sarah, I would say that your name reflects your job very well, yes.
There's more. One of the emails reads, I'm an obstetrician. Sincerely, Bertha Kidd. A dog trainer in Los Angeles is wondering if he pursued the right job. That's from Ray Bees. And a long-haul trucker named Peter Bill wants to know if he's still in the right profession.
Ladies and gentlemen, the study isn't suggesting whether or not you're in the right profession based on your name. The study is just a conclusion that many people end up following a career path that suits the name that they're given.
A veterinarian in Santa Fe says that she disagrees with the study. That's from Annie Mall. Actually, a lot of people think the study is bogus. That includes funeral director Paul Bearer, a security system installer named Isabel Ringing, and a shower installer named April, a florist named May, and an unemployed serial killer.
An unemployed serial killer?
Yeah, Amanda Butcher. There's also an unemployed cannibal, Adolf Oliver Arms. He thinks the study's false, too.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is not our study. It's...
A person with one leg also thinks the study is bogus.
Let me guess. Her name is Eileen.
It's from a he, not a she, and his name is Les Walker.
Of course it is.
Not all negative. A spa owner says that he believes the study. That's from Manny Petty. Doug Down also agrees with the study. He's a paleontologist.
Let's just go to break. We'll be back in an hour.
99.9 KISW. The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, coming up here at 5:08, we will drink and toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. A new survey found that 1 in 5 high schoolers have had a romantic AI relationship.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, they've
gotten horny talking to AI, but they have not had a romantic relationship.
Indeed. Romantic relationships have to go both ways.
It's romantic when you get laid.
It can be romantic.
Says you.
Yeah, that's
well, everything leading up to it is all part of the process. Yeah, it's still part of the process.
But
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know where.
What does this lead to?
Well, I'm hoping it leads to exactly where you wanted to. But
right.
But also, you said teenagers, right?
Sure.
High schoolers, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of high schoolers that have romantic relationships. I don't think are having sex.
Yeah, but at least they can, hold hands, kiss, get to third base, grab a boob, something.
But you always remember that first girlfriend, whether it's in high school or not. So that it seems like there's more just passion, like in a Romeo and Juliet kind of way. Like, let's kill each other. I mean, not that way.
Because they're physically there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't romance AI. You can tell it what to do.
I keep trying though.
Yeah, that's my line there. You can't romance AI. You tell it what to do.
But I mean, I know adults that thought they were in a relationship online. They were just getting catfished.
Oh yeah,
right.
Absolutely, it happens. We read that every day. Somebody somewhere, whether it's Brad Pitt, an astronaut stranded in space.
Right when that term came out, somebody that we knew had that happen to them, and I don't even know if I knew that term yet.
Yeah,
but it happened to them.
Do I know them?
Yeah.
Do I know them?
Yeah.
Mike would.
I'm not sure who this person is.
That's interesting. Hang on, we're gonna figure out. Careful of the cameras.
You wouldn't.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that? No, you're just messing with him.
He didn't clean me out for too much.
Thank God.
More research is being done on the health benefits of cold water immersion, but they say that there may also be other risks involved with it too.
Because it's cold water?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They were basically saying that, you could seize up and then drown. Like, yeah, because you're dipping into cold water. And if you don't.
Right. So I think, look, I like the ice tubs.
Yeah.
But you're getting in there for a minute, maybe a few minutes. But that's completely different, as I've done this too, like an idiot. When you jump in the wintertime to a cold body of water, your body really can go into shock.
It's shock, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's right, the cold water immersion.
Right.
That's all.
Right. There are health benefits that have not been scientifically proven, so even if they're more mental, there's a benefit there to a degree.
Whatever works, man.
Right, but just be careful.
That's all.
Just be careful.
I will say this. If you're feeling like crap on a Saturday morning, get in that cold tub for about 2 minutes. You feel right as rain.
Really?
Here we are.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I wish I'd known that like 40 years ago.
There's a study being done on the phenomenon of when people feel a sense of familiarity while tripping on DMT.
DMT.
So basically, they will, they'll get high with DMT, and then for whatever reason, I'm sorry, I don't know the term.
What is DMT?
They are tripping.
What is DMT?
Well, DMT's in everything.
Okay.
But some people could smoke it. Like you look at Aaron Rodgers going to the jungle to drink ayahuasca.
So is it acid? Is it mushrooms? Is that all part of that family?
No. There's a term for it, but the DMT is already inside of most of us and everything. Like a long time ago, people would drink a bunch of cold medicine, kind of give you that high. But you could smoke it, and then there's like some of those ancient medicines in those jungles. Like they're combining these roots and stuff, and that activates the DMT.
And then you said, as a result of doing the DMT, what are they?
They kind of, I don't know if it's hallucination. I think it is, but then there's almost a sense of familiarity with that otherworldly spot.
Okay.
Like you're like, I've been here before, kind of a situation.
Billy, you're sitting in your room.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not in that realm, so I have no idea what they're talking about.
Come on, Mike, live a little.
Well, if people
do some DMT.
If people smoke it, it's like 10 to 15 minutes. If you're sitting there with like a practitioner, you're in there for hours.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Completely different stuff.
See, I love the idea, Mike. I'm like,
Yeah, that terrifies me.
I've heard
that
it's
on the air.
not very fun.
Yeah.
Can we do DMT week on the Men's Room? Oh. We've done Weed Week. Let's do DMT week.
Who's high this break?
Right.
Damn.
Well, the problem is, you'd have to be sitting on the ground.
Oh, yeah? The chair's going to be too much.
I may or may not I may or may not once seen somebody just fall out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Damn, dude.
Like, what are those guys doing over there? And then you smell it, and you're like, oh, they're smoking DMT.
I'm okay, man. I need to be in control of my own brain.
All right, yeah.
I can't do it. Put your thinking caps on, boys. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. It is an F word.
Yeah.
And it's someone that is hard to please or something that requires a lot of care, precision, or,
Finicky.
Finicky. You nailed it.
Oh, yeah?
Well done.
Damn.
Exactly right.
You're like a cat.
I was going to say, a cat.
A cat.
There you go.
Feline.
Yeah.
My girlfriend.
Some have been described as finicky.
I wouldn't say that to her.
No, of course not.
Because the only relatable is back to the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Women are cats.
Why don't you calm down, you finicky bitch?
Yep.
No.
We are not going to dinner now.
That was the plan.
As soon as that phrase left my mouth, I knew we weren't going to dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, I didn't want to go to dinner.
That's why I said it.
Yeah.
Joke's on you.
You told me the restaurant you wanted to go to. Really, they have goat cheese and artichoke. Okay, you finicky bitch. Let's go ahead and... Oh, no?
I'm not paying
You
for that.
canceled the plans?
That is, it's just too expensive.
You know, I was getting the leftover ribs then.
The game's
I've learned
on
my
anyway.
lesson.
Yeah. Let's all just have to go to the basement.
Watch Thursday Night Football.
Too bad I got a fridge down there.
Hey, Mike, want to come over? I'm in the basement.
That's right.
I don't think she's coming down. She's really mad.
The basement door has a sign that says the doghouse.
Yeah.
That's when you get a really nice big TV for down there.
Oh, God,
right.
yeah.
I mean, you hook it up. She comes down like, what is this? Like the palace, baby.
Oh, yeah. I know somebody who's got a huge TV in their basement. They spend all their time down there.
I ran into a bartending buddy of Thurl and mine at a Safeway Saturday, and I'm like, what are you doing in here? And he's like, what are you getting? I'm like, I'm getting the rolls. I'm making subs for this game. And he's got steaks and flour. So
I know exactly who it
I
is.
go, what are you doing? He goes, I kind of pissed off my girlfriend last night, so I'm cooking steaks. I go, oh, all right. That makes sense.
A new rare intersex spider has been discovered in Thailand.
Intersex spider. Yeah.
Intersex
Yeah.
What is that?
I think it's interspecies. I think
Something
it,
like
I
a
think it autocorrected on me.
tarantula had sex with a black widow or something. And
Something
they
like
created-
that, yeah. And it
Well,
looks
she
terrifying.
wasn't taken.
That'd be a lovely combo.
So
I
now,
like your
so now,
hourglass.
So they're making love into a new
tarantula,
new
yeah.
animal. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
It's a new tarantula.
I keep thinking to myself, man, I wish there were more spiders on this earth.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering that call.
What can we do that with?
Thanks, guys.
You can give it a try with like a chimp.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were just,
We don't need new chimps.
They were just decided to do that.
This would not be a chimp.
No.
Just try to
You
inseminate.
could call it a human.
Just try to inseminate. You know
It's
what
a
I mean?
human being.
A baboon or a gorilla with human DNA. Just try to just shoot it.
They've done that.
Why?
It's called bestiality, dude.
No.
Well,
I'm talking baster.
They've already tried to inseminate it.
Have they really?
And then they banned the practice. Like in the 30s and 40s, scientists are really trying to get this done, right?
Okay.
Because that was the time, post World War II, everyone's trying to do everything.
Like make a monkey man.
Then there was an international ban on it. So naturally, none of them listened because they're government funded. But the only one that basically got caught red-handed was Russia at the time.
What?
Because like American science, we're not doing it anymore, which I don't believe. The Russians said they're not doing it anymore, which nobody believed. The Russians just got caught. But I'm pretty sure everyone was still up on it. And actually, I read an article like 3 years ago. There's a guy who he was getting in trouble overseas. He was not in Russia. I cannot remember the country. It's a European country, but he was so actively trying to mix chimps and humans.
No.
What about the guy that tried to mix humans and dolphins? I mean, for real though.
What?
The guy that fell in love with the dolphin used to have sex with the dolphin.
He just fell in love
He
with
was
the
just
dog.
having sex with a dolphin.
Because he's
okay.
weird.
Okay.
Right, it's every time you have sex, you're not trying to make a baby. He just liked dolphins.
I never tried to make a baby ever.
And apparently
here they are.
dolphins, it's the closest to humans if you're going to cross species.
What?
I thought that was
How
goat.
was that closer to like a chimpanzee?
I thought that was sheep's. Sheep.
Well, it's not close to our DNA, but
The sensation.
See, because you could be
The
like
sensation or the anatomy? Or
maybe the
you
anatomy.
have a blowhole, man. You can swim now.
Oh, that's like a nose.
yeah, but it's on your back.
Yeah, no.
So that you just blow it.
Yeah.
Who cares? Whoever's behind you, that's their problem.
That's what I would do.
How do you know that?
Work at SeaWorld.
Because I think that guy talked about it. Then there's been other things. And
So the guy that was having sex with the dolphins, like, hey, it's the closest sensation to a human. You know, I would say, you know what's even closer? A human.
Yeah.
Why would you
work
do
on
that?
But that's not easy for other human beings.
No.
That's hard.
You know
I
what?
will
Just trying to
also
make it
say just pure knowledge, and so it doesn't happen to anybody else. You're sitting around a bonfire, and somebody jokingly goes, If you had sex with an animal, what would it be? Don't go dolphin, because I've read.
You
did this?
You know what I hear, man?
Don't answer so quickly.
Right.
Exactly.
Just him and haw.
Yeah,
Dolphin.
Act like you're thinking.
Yeah.
Well, since we're talking about marine life,
Arctic walrus. I've never thought about it once.
What a mustache. I love that mustache.
you ever seen his hairy mouth?
That's right.
What'd that tongue do?
Orca.
It is
Would
worth.
people even be mad at you if you were busted having sex with the walrus? Or would they just shake their head and laugh? Right, because you're people with dogs, horses. You're like, what are you doing? If someone was with a walrus, I'd be like, wait a minute, what, man?
Some people call that high school.
Oh, damn. I'm going Orca. Get the impod going.
Yeah.
Slump buster?
Oh, damn. How'd you get out of the slump? Had sex with a walrus.
You know the one
I'm
down
back in the game, fellas.
Yeah. That one bar we never go to, she looks like a walrus.
My son looks like Mike Holmgren. Big dude, burly.
Hell of a football player.
Unbelievable. Great mind on this.
Since we're talking about marine life, it is World.
Are we?
Yes.
Is that what we're talking
It's
about?
World Octopus Day.
Would you with an octopus?
No.
The Men's Room Top 10.
All right. I recently acquired some octopus knowledge.
Some octopus knowledge.
Yeah.
All right.
Of course you have. I mean, just why wouldn't you?
Why not?
Octopus wrestling was a real sport. Do you
Really?
have that?
No, I don't have that.
It was big out here because of all the giant octopus in the Puget Sound.
So you just grab two, put them in a
Ready,
tank,
fight.
and-
No. Dudes would put on scuba gear.
against those big ass
And you'd have to
octopus.
go down there, rip one of its out of its cage or little wherever it's hiding, and kind of wrestle it up to the surface. But they realized over time, this is right after people were fighting bears a lot.
Yeah.
And they realized that it was boring because you couldn't see the guy getting the octopus till he was at the top.
Sure.
So that's why they stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Not because they're screwing with doggone octopi.
That had nothing to do with it.
So I've got here 10 octopus facts, and I thought instead of just reading you guys some fun octopus facts, I'm actually going to test your knowledge of octopi.
Of octopi?
That's right. We're going to see
you've
what
come
you guys
to the
can
right
do.
place as Ted.
That's right. Ted knows it all. Play along at home. So here we go. Question number 1. What type of animal is an octopus? Miles, I know that you think that it's an alien, but it actually does classify into a single
Is
type
it a
of animal.
cephalopod?
You nailed it. It is a cephalopod.
It is. But isn't a squid also a cephalopod?
I believe so. So cephalopods are invertebrate animals, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, and
And
Well,
also,
squid does have that cartilage, but it's not really a bone.
it's not a bone, it's cartilage.
Yeah,
It's
and it
like
also-
sharks.
It's like what's in your nose.
and it also
Yeah.
qualifies as a mollusk.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to say mollusk.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna, what?
Counts as both. Counts as both.
You're that kid in class. I was going to say that, teacher.
Test your octopus knowledge. How many hearts does an octopus have?
3.
3 hearts? Any other guesses?
5.
5 hearts. Miles.
7.
You nailed it, Steve. It's 3.
All right.
I was going to say that too.
You were 2. You were going to say 3 too? 3 hearts. That's why they can love 3 partners in one life.
That's why I like octopus.
Hey, God forbid you give one to the Grinch.
Yeah. 2 sizes too small, mother. How much weight can a single suction cup on a giant Pacific octopus, because that's the breed that we got here, so you know they got all those little suction cups.
Yeah.
How much weight can one single suction cup carry?
Ooh, that
50 pounds.
200.
200 pounds.
sounds stupid. I was going to say 50. I was. So now, all right, 100 pounds.
You guys are all over 35 pounds.
Oh.
One sucker?
What if they could do
single
that,
sucker
that
can-
suction cup therapy on you? Yeah, you got one on your back. You
Right?
know what I mean? He's just taking care of all the hot
You would think
spots.
it would do the same doggone
Exactly.
thing.
No,
Exactly.
no. They asked too much and they wanted to unionize.
Yeah,
That's why we keep doing it as people.
Just stick it on your back like a backpack. Let it take out all the pain.
Yeah. Come here, buddy. Come here. Some 10 octopus facts. About how long do octopi live?
3 years.
3 years.
Oh, no. I bet they live a long time. I'm going to say 42 years.
42 years. Miles.
2 years.
2 years. Steve, you were the closest. 3 to 4 years
3
on
to 4
average.
years.
However, some of the smaller species live only 6 months to a year.
That's it?
Yes.
Suckers.
Unless they're eaten by a shark.
Because I was with Ted, I thought that they lived decently long lives.
They really do not.
No.
I know there's a geeky yourself. You guys watch that Octopus Teacher movie?
No,
I have
I
not.
should have.
I swear to God, it's worth it. It's very interesting. It's just interesting.
Okay.
It's not a lot of action, not a lot of people dying or anything like that. Well, the octopus. Well, I'm not going to tell you that.
Back to the giant Pacific octopus. How much can the giant Pacific octopus weigh?
I will say.
We're
well,
wrestling on them.
it's not really like. I bet it's not as heavy as you think it is because it kind of morphs.
That's
right?
what I'm thinking.
So I'm thinking 20 pounds.
20 pounds.
They get what, like about 6 feet big, I guess, somewhere around there? The giant octopus?
Seems like their
There's some that
arms-
get really, really big.
their
So
tentacles
more than
would be-
6 feet, I think.
50 pounds.
50 pounds. Ted Smith.
I'm going to go up a little bit and say 65.
You're the closest without going over. They can weigh over 600 pounds.
Whoa!
Jesus.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
I wonder if they're just filled with water, because I thought the same thing, Miles. You know, they got the big balloon on top.
Yeah, but that doesn't. The arm, the tentacles would have the weight.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would think so. Because the body looks like it just morph into whatever the hell.
Well, if a single sucker can hold 35 pounds, and however many suckers they have per arm, right? You got to think, all right, it's got to be dense and strong.
Exactly.
Yeah, nothing wrong.
That's how I like my ladies.
Yeah, good suckers.
Dense and strong.
With some good suckers.
Yeah.
Sturdy. Multiple suckers if necessary.
Put that on your profile.
Yeah.
About how many eggs does a female lay? Again, 10 octopus facts. How many eggs does a female lay?
10.
500.
500. Miles.
1,000.
You were the closest without going over. Up to 100,000 eggs.
Damn.
And
You know what's weird?
That's a lot of kids.
And generally, she dies shortly afterward.
I don't know if this is true of the giant octopus or all octopus, but there's something on a couple weeks ago. Watching it with my daughter, and it's this whole mating ritual between these two octopi. All right. So
Octopus sex.
the female octopus had already collected sperm from a male.
Yeah.
But just because she collected the sperm, she has not necessarily fertilized her eggs. She's still looking at suitors.
Okay.
So homeboy comes along, different dude.
What up, man?
And he does all the stuff he's got to do to prove to her that he's worth it. So basically, she scoops out all the other octopus's sperm and just tosses it in the ocean.
Later.
And then the male octopus, the new suitor,
Yeah.
he gets to put his sperm in her sperm carrying pouch or whatever.
Yeah, sperm spot.
And I was like, I did not know it was like that, and I'm a little bit disturbed.
Right. So that is not one of my facts on there, but they do have one specific arm that's like sperm filled.
Yeah, it was the sperm arm.
And it's also detachable. So sometimes there's times when females are coming onto males a little bit too hard, and they're like,
Rip the arm
no,
off.
man, you get a walrus coming after you. Yeah, they'll rip it off and like throw it at her, like, dude, go after yourself. I'm out.
Oh.
It's like someone ripping off your penis.
Yeah.
And just
But
throwing
they grow back, though. They grow back with full mobility and full, what's the
I
word?
wish my penis did that. That'd freak people out of parties.
Ta-da!
I'm going to chop my penis off.
When octopus get bored, they often do what? Often, this was in my facts, they often do what?
When they're bored?
Mess with people.
When they're bored, multiple choice. When they're bored, do they play with small fish like dolls? Do they eat their own arms? Do they blow bubbles? Or do they dismantle crabs?
Dismantle crab.
Dismantle crab.
No, they eat their own arms.
Oh, wow.
Because they're bored?
They're bored. I wonder if that's like chewing fingernails to them.
I mean, do they grow back?
Yes.
The tentacles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Full mobility.
All right. Because people chew their fingernails grow back.
Exactly. 10 octopus facts. We've kind of been dancing around it. Do octopus have arms or tentacles?
Arms. Both.
Both.
No.
Arms.
They do have only one, and you're right, it is arms.
Yeah.
I wondered
What's the difference between a tentacle?
That was my next question. So, octopi have arms. Squid and cuttlefish have 8 arms and 2 tentacles. Arms have the suction cups that go throughout the entire length.
All right.
If you'll look at squid and cuttlefish, when they attack something, they shoot out their tentacles, which I would call those arms over tentacles, but they have these big long arm extensions. They kind of have that paddle. That's where the suction cups are.
But just at the paddle.
Correct. Just at
So
the
that's
end.
the
arm.
Tentacle.
Tentacle.
That's the tentacle.
The tentacle has suction cups
suction
just at the ends.
Huh.
Yeah.
Why do we have suction
That's
cups?
how you make them laugh. Tentacle.
10 tickles.
Tentacles.
That's how many laughs. That's how many tickles it takes to make them laugh.
Then aren't our arms
tickles.
closer to tentacles than arms?
Yeah. All we need is suction cups, and we would have.
That's all we need.
Tentacles, dude. What is the only octopus whose venom is dangerous to humans?
The blue ring octopus.
Yes,
You
correct.
nailed it.
And that's in the South Pacific.
Australia.
Yeah, that is
And it's
literally
tiny.
Yeah, it's
Teeny
very
tiny.
small.
And people think it's beautiful, and you get all these pictures where tourists will pick it. It's like in the palm of their hand.
Hands.
It won't necessarily
Isn't it one of the
attack you.
most deadly things?
Yes.
on
I
the planet?
believe that it is. Just like period.
I think it's like
okay.
the box jellyfish and then the blue ringed octopus.
Don't mess with either of them.
No, man. Very tantalizing jellyfish.
Yes. They're very, very tantalizing.
It's just floating around.
The camel toe jellyfish.
Damn it. And then I'll leave you with this last octopus.
How did it get its name? I'll tell you a story.
Well, man, I used to do dolphins.
Then I moved on.
Then I moved on to the fucking jellyfish. And then I'll leave you with this last and final octopus questionable fact. The oldest known fossil of an octopus ancestor belongs to an animal that lived roughly how long ago? How long?
100. Let me see. How to say 180 million.
180 million years.
How long ago were dinosaurs?
600. million.
Ago? I thought they were like 150 million years ago. As far as them going extinct.
No, I thought.
I think they had.
Gotcha,
I think
okay.
they had about a 600 million year reign on Earth. I want to
Gotcha.
say they went extinct about 150
I'll say
million years ago.
700.
700 million.
Yeah.
Ted.
I'll say 180 million.
180. Steve, you were the closest without. No, you were the closest without going over. Ted, 330 million.
I was going to say that.
330 million.
Maybe they
years
traveled in
ago.
on that asteroid that,
million,
killed the dinosaurs.
Yeah, right. A woman in the UK might have gone a little too far with actions against her ex there, Miles.
Oh, my God, what a terrible story.
About it at 5:50.
Can't wait, yes. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, we made it to drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve a Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast 51-year-old Walter Frymine of Winter Haven, Florida. Now, Walter was arrested Saturday for trespassing on Amtrak property. Well, the frisk turned up meth and a meth pipe, and while being transported to jail, Walter told an officer, quote, "If you arrest me, I will find you and kill you." Well, his threat didn't quite spook the cops the way he'd hoped, and he was, in fact, arrested. Now, when Walter was put through the body scanner, corrections officer spotted something in his rectal cavity, a.k.a. his butt. Now, naturally, they just made the assumption that it was drugs or a weapon or cigarettes or a cell phone or money. There was none of those things. Walter had a full-size thermos in his rectum. Whoa, a thermos. Full size. But the reason we are toasting him is because of what he had in that thermos. That
Coffee.
he had in his rectum. Nothing. They're just like, you have an empty thermos in your butt. It's like, yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, won the Stanley Cup.
I guess, man. Good God, bro. At least have something in the thermos. That's all I'm saying.
Keep this for later.
Yeah, I don't know, man. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
All right, you're going to get tested on the line now for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next. All right, guys, nothing in life is...
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Making headlines tonight, the friends of an ill, obese man with a lisp are still not sure if he's getting sicker or thicker. But first, a recent study suggests that your name is something that you eventually gravitate to.
Wait, what?
People's names, according to research, it's something that people unconsciously embrace, both in appearance and in career pursuits. It's something called nominative determinism, which is a fancy way of saying that people tend to gravitate towards areas of work or interest that fit their names.
This is according to who?
Well, most recently, a local university, but psychologist Carl Jung first proposed the idea decades ago.
Okay, what does your name mean, Stone?
Well, technically, my name means dweller by the rocks, but the name Peter is derived from the Greek word Petros, which means stone, and St. Peter is the keeper of the gates of heaven.
So, how does that lead to being a news anchor, rock dweller?
Well, actually, in my younger days, I did consider pursuing priesthood, as religion is very important to me, and also, my home is made of stone.
You were going to be a priest?
I considered it, quite seriously, for many years. But in the end, I thought I could reach more people through broadcast journalism.
Yeah, man, I could totally see you being a priest. I knew that kind of thing wasn't for me. Thanksgiving, 1997.
Okay, I have to ask, what happened on Thanksgiving Day, 1997?
I said grace before dinner, man.
And?
and the turkey burst into flames and started flying around the room, man. It was crazy.
That actually is crazy, but not entirely unexpected.
Yeah, that's what my pop said. Okay, what does the name Felix mean?
Your name means happy, lucky, or fortunate. For all the wrong reasons, I think the name suits you.
What about my name?
Well, Bonnie, your name is associated with beauty, grace, and charm.
So I should have been a model or a pageant contestant.
According to the name study, that would have been a perfect pursuit for you.
We're getting a ton of emails. People want to know if you think they're living up to their names or not.
Well, we're not experts here, but all right.
A woman in Concord, New Hampshire says, I'm a stay-at-home mother, but I have a lot of freckles. My name's Dottie, and a seasonal safari guide is wondering if you think their job reflects her name. That's from Sarah N. Getty.
Sarah N. Getty. She's a safari guide.
That's what her email says.
Well, Sarah, I would say that your name reflects your job very well, yes.
There's more. One of the emails reads, I'm an obstetrician. Sincerely, Bertha Kidd. A dog trainer in Los Angeles is wondering if he pursued the right job. That's from Ray Bees. And a long-haul trucker named Peter Bill wants to know if he's still in the right profession.
Ladies and gentlemen, the study isn't suggesting whether or not you're in the right profession based on your name. The study is just a conclusion that many people end up following a career path that suits the name that they're given.
A veterinarian in Santa Fe says that she disagrees with the study. That's from Annie Mall. Actually, a lot of people think the study is bogus. That includes funeral director Paul Bearer, a security system installer named Isabel Ringing, and a shower installer named April, a florist named May, and an unemployed serial killer.
An unemployed serial killer?
Yeah, Amanda Butcher. There's also an unemployed cannibal, Adolf Oliver Arms. He thinks the study's false too.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is not our study. It's...
A person with one leg also thinks the study is bogus.
Let me guess. Her name is Eileen.
It's from a he, not a she, and his name is Les Walker.
Of course it is.
Not all negative. A spa owner says that he believes the study. That's from Manny Petty. Doug Down also agrees with the study. He's a paleontologist.
Let's just go to break. We'll be back in an hour.
Hey bro, dentro muragada besuto bira. Super freshu, super strongu, taste boom. Big drink now, anatawa big man desa. No wait, no think. Just grab mensuru muraga. Сейчас. Kanpai. Mensuru muragada besuto bira.
KISW. Text the men's room at 206-803-ROCK.
TV Time with Ted brought to you by Xfinity. Give them a call, 1-800-XFINITY.
The men's room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
Sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Rob. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bichola.
Hola. All right, Rob, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fantastic. You have your choice of one of three stories today. Today we offer you Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? Interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. And finally today, Seriously, where you guess the petty conflict that led to violence.
Oh, let's go to the second one, interior design.
All right, we go to Downey, California, where a woman says she's lucky to be alive after a freak accident left her impaled by a metal rod while driving on the freeway. Jessica Procadio, she was on her way to go hiking a couple of weeks ago after dropping off her son when the unexpected happened. She said, quote, "I thought I got shot. I thought a car hit me. I felt a big impact." Well, moments later, she had heard a loud pop, followed by sudden sharp pain. She didn't realize at first what happened. A metal rod had pierced her Ford Fusion, shot through her driver's seat, and went straight into her body. Quote, "I felt really weak. My blood pressure dropped. I started sweating profusely. I felt cold. I was so confused as to where this injury was coming from." Well, as a nurse, she knew that the paramedics' advice was correct. Don't move. Don't try to remove the object. But in shock, she did the opposite, saying, quote, "I know I shouldn't have done this, but I jumped out of my seat and pulled myself off the object. In that moment, it was just instinct. I wanted to get it out." She was then rushed to a trauma center, and miraculously, she was home by the next day. So now recovering, she's urging drivers to secure their loads before hitting the road.
Good idea.
She believes the rod that nearly killed her may have fallen off of a truck, blah, blah, blah. Exactly what you think it is. The question is, in what part of her body did the rod enter? Was it her butt? Was it her chest? Was it her head, or was it her leg? So butt, chest, head, or leg?
Well, I definitely want to say butt, especially if it came up underneath the car. But all right, Dad, what do you think, brother? What are you feeling?
So you said it impaled her.
Yes.
But all she said was like, "Oh, I'm getting really cold."
But I guess it's just the impact. So your whole body hurts. She's not sure where it is, doesn't know what happens, then realizes what has happened, and even though she's a nurse, just wanted to remove this thing anyway.
I'm going to say in the butt, Bob.
I think it's in her head, dude. I mean, physically in her head, not that she's making it up.
What do you think, Rob?
I'm going to still go butt. Some dummy came through the floorboard and
All right.
at an angle and got her right in the t-shirt.
Okay,
million to one
we'll
shot,
be
Doc.
butt buddies. So where did this rod go through? The butt, the chest, the head, or the leg? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
Century rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Categories: interior decorating on profile. That's got a woman in California. She was impaled by a metal rod. Yep. Driving down the highway, going for a hike. Somehow it went through her car, then up into her.
Yes.
She survived. They told her not to try to remove herself from the impaled object.
But she did.
But she did anyway. Question is, where was she impaled? In her butt, her chest, her head, or her leg?
And, Rob, that is the question we posed to you. But let us start with the Ted Smith. He went with the head.
Her head.
All in her head. And then, Rod, you agreed with Miles. Both of you guys went butt. Because we know what you're into. And you are correct.
Yes.
Impaled in the buttock.
Yeah, in the butt. It's right there in the side.
It really is. It really was.
Now for all TV news all the time, it is time for TV Time with Ted.
Because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box. The Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Two, yeah. Weird day this morning. Apparently I did not put some jokes in there. We had a big meeting, and then there was some type of sporting event on.
Oh.
And there was pizza around. I got distracted. In a minute here, though, Miles, you will have some choices.
Okay.
The Jimmies.
Kibble and Fallon.
Yep, those are the Jimmies. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. This Myers guy. Seth Meyers. Yep. Stephen
Colbert
Hill.
Stephen Colbert. Yep. Writers could be in there.
All right.
That's good.
Yeah. And then
Arsenio Hall.
Nah, he's been gone for a minute. They got rid of him last year. Nope. Or
Chevy Chase.
Or Ted Smith.
Magic Johnson.
Or is it late night?
It is right that the Title Ice guys have talented teams of writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Taylor Swift has once again broken records for her latest album, Life of a Showgirl. I really just wish she did something original for a change, said Barry Manilow.
The Ted Smith.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
All right.
A Lola, a Coca
That's a
Cabana
Lola.
joke?
That's a Coca Cabana joke.
Pretty good.
Well, she was a showgirl.
I know.
Taylor, you never been a showgirl.
Janita Cha-Cha.
Costco is now offering Ozempic and Wegovy for half price. 3-month supply of those drugs is now only $500. You don't even need a prescription. All you have to do is order 3 hot dogs at the food court, and they automatically give it to you. Selling Ozempic at Costco is kind of like having an AA meeting at Cabo Wabo.
Jesus.
Colbert.
Yeah.
Kibble!
Costco is now offering Ozempic and Wegovy for half price. It's 1-month supply of those drugs is now only $500. You don't even need a prescription. All you have to do is order 3 hot dogs at the food court. They'll automatically give it to you.
Is that a shot?
I don't know.
They legally can sell you a shot that you can administer?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know how you take weed.
If it was a pill, I'd be all over it. Be like, hell yeah, I need to lose 30 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They sell
no
needles.
idea.
We're almost a week into the government shutdown, and airports across the country are already starting to report a shortage of air traffic controllers. Now pilots are faced with the choice of waiting in a long line or using the self-checkout tarmac.
Fallon.
Seth.
Fallon.
Well, guys, we're almost a week into the government shutdown, and airports across the country are already starting to report a shortage of air traffic controllers. Now pilots are faced with the choice of waiting in a long line or using the self-checkout tarmac.
Yeah, Miles, that's a good question. I guess because it is an injectable. So I guess
is it like an EpiPen, or is it, you know what I mean? Like you got to find a muscle or find a...
No, I think it's more like taking testosterone or something.
All right. You just find a fatty part.
Right, you could do it like in your thigh or like right there in your gut.
Okay.
Or in your shoulder.
Your gunt.
I will say, I was kind of thrown off, and then my buddy showed me.
My gun.
My buddy showed me his testosterone 1, and I went, oh, it's a tiny little needle.
It's like quick puncture kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm also, again, I don't mind needles that much, even though I don't have a tattoo.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, all right.
But back to what you were talking about the other day. I don't mind needles, but when they're looking for a vein.
That's a different experience.
That's
she was fishing around in there for a minute.
That's a
Finally, I
different
went,
world.
all right, that kind of hurts.
Right.
Like, just try my
It hurts
other.
a lot.
Yeah. Did you go through that this morning?
Last week.
Sorry, I'm just laughing. All right, Clue and Wordle. They're coming to TV. Netflix is creating a competition series based on the board game Clue. Not much else is known except the players will go through physical and mental challenges to earn clues.
And someone will actually be
die.
killed.
That's what I'm saying. Like we could kill one of you.
Oh, no, we seriously killed someone.
Colonel
The classic characters like Colonel Mustard, Professor Plum, Miss Scarlet will be represented.
Who else was there? Ms. Peacock?
Yeah, Mrs. Peacock, Mrs. White, Miss Scarlet, Colonel Mustard, Professor Plum, and Mr. Green.
All right, well done. Damn.
There were 6 of them. 3 guys, 3 girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would assume Miss Scarlet was hot.
She had to be.
Again, not a lot of information on what they're going to do about it, but they also have red herrings to confuse players.
Okay.
This actually sounds interesting. I liked Clue.
This one isn't bad. The next one's the one that annoys me.
I think it would be fun if they got some sort of a celebrity that at the beginning of it, they're like, oh my God, somebody killed
whoever.
Kanye. You just sitting there bloody.
Well, then no one would look. They're like, all right.
Does anybody want to solve this?
Whatever.
I mean, it is kind of weird, but they have those murder mystery trains and stuff. And as far as I know, they're not actually killing people.
Right.
As far as you know.
As far as I know.
I would think that would help kind of gain a little bit of momentum with it. Like get Gordon Ramsay
If
laying
they
on the
do
slab.
it right, it would be fun.
Yeah.
I just don't know which trust they're going to do it right.
Now the other one that you're talking about, I don't know how well that's going to do.
Wordle. NBC has a game show based on the New York Times puzzle Wordle. Jimmy Fallon's the executive producer.
Already out.
Savannah Guthrie from Today's Show is set to host it.
God.
Yeah, if you never played Wordle before, like I haven't, you basically get 6 tries to guess a 5-letter word.
Correct.
Yeah, my kids do. Well, my daughter does it all the time, and my wife does it all the time.
Mm-hmm. The wife and I would do that every night.
Yeah, the crack strikes, my wife will be struggling with the word. My son will just breeze through, look at her phone, and be like, Jamaica. Done.
Right.
100% correct.
A little bit more than 5 letters, but.
Well, I know that. That's my favorite word in Mexico, like 2 years ago. Yeah, because my daughter was 13.
Banya.
And we got a friend who owns a restaurant down there. So when service kind of slowed down, he's sitting at the table with us, and we're drinking. The kids are effing around on their phone. And so he's a big Wordle guy, okay? So he'd been working on this one word all day. And my daughter doesn't necessarily want to talk to everyone, but he kind of nudges her and says, what's the word? She looks at it. She said, whatever the hell it was. Sure enough, she was right. But I remember it was cool for my daughter to see. She never had this experience with an adult. He just slammed his phone down. I was like, God damn it! I got outsmarted by a 13-year-old effing kid. He was pissed, but it made her day.
Yeah. Well, when Wordle first came out, like a few years ago, like everybody was doing it, especially on Twitter or X, whatever you call it. They were posting it all the time, and I get it. But like, again, I'm a terrible speller, so like I was like, nah, I'm not.
It would not appeal to you at all, right?
Right. It's like you want to come over and play Scrabble. No.
But it's good for the brain.
It is. I think it's a great game. Now, I will say, like a crossword thing, I don't mind crossword puzzles, but again, you got to spell correctly.
But they also give you a clue at least.
Correct. But if you can't spell, sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
But when I was on the plane in commercial breaks, the couple next to me, they were playing some. They were dumb.
Oh, no.
Like I was wanting to lean over and just like, here's the word.
Look, I can't spell it, but I can tell you what it is.
I am guessing it's 7 letters, but look at that clue. What else could it be? You know? It's like a white, violent thing from Alaska. Polar bear.
Come on, man.
Polar bear.
Sarah Palin.
I also, look, I'm with you. Jimmy Fallon's executive producer. Savannah Guthrie's going to host it. It's just like I told you, I saw some actors just making a point. Like, they're just going to redo everything, right? I saw there's going to be a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, right? It's just like, man, at some point, right? And like, look, we're just as guilty. We work for the corporate beast. Yeah. Like, at some point, like we talk about it, like, you got to give some newer dudes or women, you got to give people chances. And they got to have opportunities. So if you're not going to make newer films, you're not going to have another franchise because you just keep regurgitating the same one.
Honestly, I think streaming is going to end up being the answer. Streaming is going to put out something original that everyone hooks onto, and then they'll end up with a franchise that they don't have to put in the theater.
Like Deadpool, The Boys, just different stuff.
If more people could legally digest The Boys, that would probably be one of them.
Yeah.
Peaky Blinders is great. Speaking of which, like last night on Netflix, I started a new one about the Guinness family.
All right.
So I did go to the Guinness Brewery.
Is that what inspired this?
Yes.
Okay.
I had seen it, and then I said, all right, I went to the Guinness Brewery in Baltimore, and theirs is called Open Gate.
The one in Baltimore?
Yeah.
Baltimore County.
Baltimore County, correct. So like I kind of was reading a little bit. I was like, Open Gate, that's a weird thing. So anyhow, this one is a like a drama series.
Okay.
But it's on like the actual historic stuff. So the original Guinness guy, right? Like it starts when he dies. So you got to keep in mind at this point Guinness has gone because Ireland is still controlled by the English.
Yeah.
So it's gone through like it's in other countries. It's not in America yet. But obviously the people in Ireland are really fighting for independence.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a strange thing where it's like basically it starts with like he would help out all the Catholics and stuff.
Of course.
But he also was a Protestant and then obviously had big ties to the English because he's Protestant and he needs the English Empire to get his stuff out there and make all the money. So then when he passes away, all the other people in Ireland are like, they kind of hate him. A lot of them do. So it's kind of interesting seeing that dynamic because it's like they're not all on the same page and he's trying to play both. And then like anything else, basically, he's a super rich guy with 4 kids, right? So one of them's just kind of drunk the whole time. He's not going to get much. The other one's a daughter, and sorry, just the time it was. He's just like, well, she's married.
Yeah.
She doesn't need much. And then there's just 2 brothers who, like, during the funeral, the one brother just looks at the other one. He goes, you've been in London. Like, just let me do it. I'll give you. And they agree. They're literally at his dad's funeral, agreeing on a percentage that he will pay this other brother just to let him do it.
All right.
And then they go to then you find out that, like, the dad's a little smarter, and he's like, well, the drunk son doesn't get anything. The woman doesn't, but you two got to figure it out. Basically, he ties a way in so that all 4 kids have to kind of stay involved, and they can't just take the money and run.
Okay, good.
So I'm kind of looking in to see what happens in the next couple episodes, too, because then you had all these people trying to destroy the factory, and they're like, we hate them, we're not going to drink it. So it's a good, interesting view. Then, obviously having Irish heritage in my family, it's super interesting stuff.
Yeah.
And look, I have a buddy from Dublin, and I mean, to this day, and we don't, like, Rowan and I are good buds. We don't hang out a ton, but we'll always hang out and watch Six Nations and watch England versus Ireland. His mom will call him, and you've just never heard this kind of disrespect towards another country. No. She hates the English.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you couldn't play rugby in years in Irish soil, because there's these famous stories about the English showing up in the 20s and stuff and just basically firing weapons into the crowd.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's brutal. When he was explaining it to me, that after a couple of years ago, I was just like, I'm with you. The hell with the English. Damn. Like, I'll watch their soccer league, but I'm not doing much else. Obviously, spoiler alert, tough day today. Good win last night for the Mariners. Good news is, best of 5 series. It's tied up 2-2.
Yep.
Play again on Friday. You're going to have to face their ace, but hey, it's baseball.
Yep.
Cal hit one out last night, so who knows? Look, I do think this Mariners team is different. That was tough to watch today, but you're coming home. You're going to leave it all out. Every arm should be available. Hopefully the manager will make the right calls, but fun time. And, hey, look, I'll be honest with you, we're not going to do it, but for everybody else, that game's at like 1:08 on Friday. Just call in sick.
What do you mean we're not going to do it?
You don't know that yet.
No.
You're right. I feel it.
Can you hear my throat?
I feel it coming on right now.
Take me to the morgue.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Making headlines tonight, the friends of an ill, obese man with a lisp are still not sure if he's getting sicker or thicker. But first, a recent study suggests that your name is something that you eventually gravitate to.
Wait, what?
People's names. According to research, it's something that people unconsciously embrace, both in appearance and in career pursuits. It's something called nominative determinism, which is a fancy way of saying that people tend to gravitate towards areas of work or interest that fit their names.
This is according to who?
Well, most recently, a local university, but psychologist Carl Jung first proposed the idea decades ago.
Okay, what does your name mean, Stone?
Well, technically, my name means dweller by the rocks, but the name Peter is derived from the Greek word Petros, which means stone, and St. Peter is the keeper of the gates of heaven.
So, how does that lead to being a news anchor, rock dweller?
Well, actually, in my younger days, I did consider pursuing priesthood, as religion is very important to me, and also, my home is made of stone.
You were going to be a priest?
I considered it, quite seriously, for many years. But in the end, I thought I could reach more people through broadcast journalism.
Yeah, man, I could totally see you being a priest. I knew that kind of thing wasn't for me. Thanksgiving, 1997.
Okay, I have to ask, what happened on Thanksgiving Day, 1997?
I said grace before dinner, man.
And?
And the turkey burst into flames and started flying around the room, man. It was crazy.
That actually is crazy, but not entirely unexpected.
Yeah, that's what my pop said. Okay, what does the name Felix mean?
Your name means happy, lucky, or fortunate. For all the wrong reasons, I think the name suits you.
What about my name?
Well, Bonnie, your name is associated with beauty, grace, and charm.
So I should have been a model or a pageant contestant.
According to the name study, that would have been a perfect pursuit for you.
We're getting a ton of emails. People want to know if you think they're living up to their names or not.
Well, we're not experts here, but all right.
A woman in Concord, New Hampshire says, I'm a stay-at-home mother, but I have a lot of freckles. My name's Dottie, and a seasonal safari guide is wondering if you think their job reflects her name. That's from Sarah N. Getty.
Sarah N. Getty. She's a safari guide.
That's what her email says.
Well, Sarah, I would say that your name reflects your job very well, yes.
There's more. One of the emails reads, I'm an obstetrician. Sincerely, Bertha Kidd. A dog trainer in Los Angeles is wondering if he pursued the right job. That's from Ray Bees. And a long-haul trucker named Peter Bill wants to know if he's still in the right profession.
Ladies and gentlemen, the study isn't suggesting whether or not you're in the right profession based on your name. The study is just a conclusion that many people end up following a career path that suits the name that they're given.
A veterinarian in Santa Fe says that she disagrees with the study. That's from Annie Mall. Actually, a lot of people think the study is bogus. That includes funeral director Paul Bearer, a security system installer named Isabel Ringing, and a shower installer named April, a florist named May, and an unemployed serial killer.
An unemployed serial killer?
Yeah, Amanda Butcher. There's also an unemployed cannibal, Adolf Oliver Arms. He thinks the study's false too.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is not our study. It's...
A person with one leg also thinks the study is bogus.
Let me guess. Her name is Eileen.
It's from a he, not a she, and his name is Les Walker.
Of course it is.
Not all negative. A spa owner says that he believes the study. That's from Manny Petty. Doug Down also agrees with the study. He's a paleontologist.
Let's just go to break. We'll be back in an hour.
Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Monkeys on the Loose in South Carolina was lured in by a hot cup of Joe. Meanwhile, to Chicago, where a man's dog comes home after leaving 10 years ago. Woman in England birds her ex-boyfriend's home. A bar in Stuart, Florida is where the alligators roam. And the deputy son of a Colorado sheriff is busted. Driving hammered, it's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's Mike Hawk.
All right, our top story. We go to the UK for another revenge story from a heartbroken ex. A man was going about his day when he got a call from his ex informing him that she'd set his home on fire.
Jesus.
Initially not believing her. That means that she has said this before.
Yeah, I guess.
Initially not believing her, he started getting welfare calls and texts from friends and family that brought him to the realization that she had, in fact, gone ahead and done it.
Jeez.
He came back home to find everything completely destroyed, leaving him with literally nothing but the clothes on his back. Everything in the house was destroyed.
I assume she was arrested.
What's more, both of his 90-year-old neighbors who lived in the adjoining houses also had their homes destroyed and belongings, including sentimental, irreplaceable items from departed partners.
Come on. Because you're mad.
One of which woke up to the chaos. Woke up with her doggone house on fire.
That is ridiculous.
That's unreal.
Because you're mad.
And yes, the ex was arrested and sentenced to just shy of 5 years.
That's it?
Yes.
That's it.
She completely disrupted and destroyed. Sorry, she destroyed 3 lives. And she gets just shy of 5 years. And it's like, look, I'm not going to discount anybody for having terroristic, even homicidal thoughts. I feel like we all have had thoughts of of doing terrible, terrible things to people. However, it burns out within about 5 seconds.
Well, you just don't pursue it.
Right.
That's
correct.
All. Even if you're mad for a week, like, I'm not going to do this, but let me tell someone what it is I would like to do in a perfect world.
Correct.
Without justice.
Right. And it's like, you still cooked up this idea, or somebody even told you, set his house on fire. You stewed on it for long enough to plan it, grab a can of whatever, to accelerate the lighting, drove to his house.
And at no point did you think, maybe I'm overreacting.
Right. Maybe I don't need to do this.
Nope.
That's the crazy part, too, right? You took all the time to drive over there and this and that. I've had a few crazy things, not involving me, but other people. And I'm like, hey, you were in that car for 2 hours. At no point did it dawn on you that maybe you shouldn't do this.
Right.
Nope.
Maybe we're going overboard.
Right.
In other news, to South Carolina, where animals are on the loose, a local official heard rumors circling the town that there was a spider monkey running amok. That's fun.
Spider monkey.
Spider monkey. The rumors turned out to be true, and the monkey was soon found hanging off the back of a car, holding onto her leash, visibly scared. Always a good condition to find a monkey.
Oh.
Officials thought of the best method of capturing her and eventually led to one of them leaving a simple steaming cup of coffee on the ground near the monkey. Eventually, she showed a little interest and investigated, giving someone the opportunity to step on the leash and bring her into custody.
A cup of coffee.
A cup of coffee.
Maybe you don't own a spider monkey.
Right.
Maybe leave them where they are.
That's the thing. In South Carolina, as long as you got the license, you're good.
Oh, they don't get a...
Yeah, I mean... Actually, I don't know that you need a license. It just, kind of holds the same rules as any pet. Keep it on a leash when it's outside.
Sure, which they did.
Right. I think you can just have a spider monkey in South Carolina.
I prefer a spider monkey over a monkey spider. That's just me.
That doesn't shock me. You could have a monkey in South Carolina.
What do you do with a monkey? Is a monkey in a cage? Is it room free at your house? Does it sit down on the couch and watch TV with you? Right. When you're eating, does it sit up? What are the rules on an uncaged spider monkey?
Is it one of those that runs around with a little diaper on?
You go, Henry, get in your cage.
Depends on the monkey.
You're like, what do you do?
Right.
Does he have a monkey bed?
Can you house train the monkey?
That's what I'm saying. Like, where does the monkey poop? All these things.
Right.
Does he have his own bowl? Where do you put the food? How many times do you feed him?
Does he sit at the dining room table with you?
Exactly.
I told you about the chick I knew that had a spider monkey, and that thing was on the dining room table. Not the chair, but on the table.
Yeah.
You couldn't laugh around it because it would lose its mind. And then the chick who owned it, who warned us not to laugh, chuckled. And there was about a 1 Mississippi count, and this thing's just staring at her. And I mean, lightning fast, this little itty-bitty hand just bitch slapped her and lost its mind.
Right.
I left at that point.
And there's still
me and a
crazy
couple
strong.
other people. Yeah.
We go to Florida, where they still act surprised about things like this. Patrons of a local tiki bar were shocked at an unwanted guest walking into a bar. What was it, Ted? In Florida.
Oh, it was the alligator.
It's a gator.
Yep.
All those open air bars are like that.
Yeah.
You basically just walk through an open gate.
Yes.
I mean, they pull the doors down at the end of the night and lock those to keep the TVs from getting stolen.
There's no door.
But for the garbage, like garage doors.
Right,
You know
but
what I
I'm
mean?
saying, like, in the day-to-day, there's no door. It just holds open. It's a doorway.
You have, like, picnic tables out there, and there's typically, like, a swamp next to you.
Right. Authorities were called, and he was safely relocated to a quote-unquote more suitable watering hole. No injuries were reported. Look, and make the gator one of the personalities. Isn't there a bar up in like Alaska that has a moose that just shows up from time to time?
No, we were warned about it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but they have pictures up of the thing.
It wasn't like warned. It was just like, look, unlike a gator, where like if the gator sees you and you get in proximity, it will probably attack you.
We
The
were
moose, they're like, look, if it and this was an honest statement. She goes, hey, if the moose starts drinking your beer, just let it. I'm like, look, I don't know what kind of brother you think I am, but if a big ass moose starts drinking my beer, I'm going to let it drink my beer.
And it was a big outdoor deck, Bernie's bungalow.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. But just in case those stories have the bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
To Chicago, where a couple have been reunited. 10 years ago, a local man went into a panic when his poodle mix went missing from his yard. He went through all the traditional methods of trying to find him and bring him back home, but to no avail, believing the dog may have been stolen. He was right. Now, 10 years later, the dog was spotted on a busy street corner about 20 miles from where he went missing. And he was picked up by animal control.
No, he's working a squeegee.
He was found with a collar and tags, which animal control officials checked into and were told that they no longer wanted the dog. So that's probably why the dog ended up on the street corner. That's when they scanned the microchip that they found, and they found the original owner. Now the two have been reunited. He says that they picked things up right where they left off.
After 10 years.
You think the dog really remembered him?
He says
by
he did.
smell, I guess.
What kind of dog was it?
Poodle mix.
All right.
Right? That's kind of a houndish dog.
I mean, maybe recognize the scent, but just kind of like,
you gotta have a conversation like, was it better there than here?
No kidding.
I mean,
dude.
really, tell me the truth.
Right. And also,
Did you have more fun?
Can we investigate that other couple that they found? One, they were dumb enough to leave the doggone tags on there when they just obviously just kicked the dog outside.
Right.
Oh, we don't want him anymore. Like, tough cookie.
Well, they could have they could have bottled off the person who stole it.
Right.
They don't know.
Yeah.
But you think once you need to take the animal to a vet.
Right. You don't get to just say I don't want it anymore.
Don't they scan dogs? For chips anyway.
Yeah. That's what they did. That's how it happened.
In theory.
Men's Room Sports, as Ted mentioned, Game 4 of the ALDS between Seattle and Detroit came and went in today. And after a strong start, the Mariners did their thing. Ended up losing it 9-3. The fifth and final game of the series takes place on Friday afternoon. Should be at 1. Although there's something like if New York wins today, I don't know. But it's going to be on Friday.
You're right. It could be a later game.
We'll have more details on that later on. Probably have that for you tomorrow. As far as what you're going to watch tonight, you got more playoff baseball on FS1, TBS, and True TV. Preseason basketball on NBA Network, and hockey over on TNT. Hockey. As far as your weather, the faucet's coming back on there, kids. We've got clouds moving in tonight with on and off showers into tomorrow, where they're expecting bouts of rain and a high right around 58. That is it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
Head chef at the house tomorrow. Ted's Meat and Potatoes. Also, the game you know is Big Dummy. The lovely Jolene's coming up next.
Yes, indeed, it's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.